Where is him now? It's not on the map. Terrible. Let's get him on there.
There's a map of Flamescar, the Dragon Fields. I still don't understand why we can't look at the map while we're playing, by the way.
You can.
But
So you can have
Just don't refresh Roll20.
Right. You can have the other map open, but if you then refresh your TDF game will convert into the map.
Pro tip, open the map first.
Can I suggest an alternative pro tip? I don't know if this will work. Open Chrome incognito and log in from a different session and see if...
That's so much effort, though.
What do I do? Firefox and Chrome.
Do you really expect me to know my password?
All the effort.
You could open Roll20 in Edge and then hate your life.
Get out. Just buy a second laptop rather than using Edge.
That's the plan.
Dun, 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 dun.
Or here's an exciting idea. Don't look at the map.
Whoa, you fucking renegade.
Works for me.
Yep, that's what I'm doing from now on.
Or if someone is actually smart, they could take what I managed to do with the big map from the wiki and try to squeeze it into the our thingy. Or a proper map.
The problem is that requires time and effort.
I couldn't work out how to put it on.
I mean, when I've been trying, it told me that it can be bigger than 2,500 pixels each way, and the map is like 6,500 on one and like about 8,000 on other one.
Yeah,
so,
I tried doing it. I tried doing it your way and just like adding.
I didn't do it my way.
Sure.
Anyway, I tried doing it that way, and yeah, the image size was just too big, so I had to do it in Roll20.
Oh well.
It's too big for Marlon to handle.
Say lovely.
Shall we play some D&D?
Yes.
Fabian is ready to go.
Fabian.
Why did you have this stupid?
Fabian.
Fabian.
You, Fabian.
How would you spell that pronunciation?
It's
French.
Fabian.
Fabian.
It's Fab Ian.
Fabian.
Like
Fabian.
regular Ian. But
So
Fab.
E-
So with an E.
Yeah.
Can you put an E in your name so we can pronounce it right?
Otherwise I will call you Fabian.
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 Ian.
Oh yeah, I think that's the better name, Fabian.
Fab Ian.
Fab Ian.
Fab Ian.
Much better than G Raven.
G Raven, absolutely.
Or
G Raven
Fabian.
is band of not so merry men.
Let's call him Fabian.
Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the name of an ancient angel.
Name of an angel. The name of an angel.
I need
Come from the
quick
gods to
clarification
save
from
us all.
someone special. Alp,
Graham's pretty special.
I'm very
Alp, my friend, Count the Vandal in the end introduced himself as Count or as a Lord?
Count. As written under the token.
Count. Do we address him as
Okay.
my lord, though?
You
Isn't
may.
That's how you address a count, isn't it?
You may, but it is not required.
Okay.
Is he
You'll
Is he a
certainly
full
earn
count?
brownie points.
is he a full count or is he just a little bit of a count?
A discount.
He's as count as it gets.
Count or Count?
So, I was trying to make that joke subtly, but you just had to take it all the way.
Everybody understood
I didn't
the
know.
subtlety.
What subtlety?
Anyway, we're on the stream, by the way, so watch your language.
Yay! Let's all say naughty words like tits.
I mean, Graham, he's on Twitch, so if you wanted him to be banned, you just put up a picture of them.
No, I've seen Alps streaming Basically, he's got his chest out, and then in the bottom corner there's the small map picture.
I think you're thinking of a different Twitch
Legs
person,
crossed
Graham.
just off of camera. Yeah, I've seen out streaming before.
No comment. So,
who's in charge?
the wizard.
Whose quest is this?
It's not who.
That's a fantastic question.
It's not whose quest, it's our quest. We've just adopted communism.
Ah,
Very well.
Which means you need a committee meeting for every decision.
okay.
Yes, we probably
Who's
need a
chairing this
little
committee
bit of
meeting?
strategy. A syndicate strategy meeting?
You mean Leanna and that Aziz?
You cut off.
You mean Leanna and that Aziz?
Leanna is the syndicate now.
To be frank, I feel like we're all the syndicate. It just... I kind of like that we're
We-
not just from Flamescar, like the band of adventurers is called the syndicate, which I think is cool. I mean, the outpost belongs
I mean,
to
the option is
everyone.
out there to. You can literally just ask her to give you a title, and she will. Like,
But you don't need a title to be part of the syndicate, is what I'm saying.
that's true. Yeah,
Where does the syndicate come from then?
From
Aziz
events.
and Leanna decided to give the outpost a separate organizational body, I guess.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So the
Pretty
company running it is the syndicate.
Yeah.
And since the trading outpost belongs to all of the adventurers, then makes sense that we are the syndicate.
Pretty much, yeah.
If that's cool with everyone.
Yes, you just
Yes,
didn't join
absolutely.
officially.
So where do I get my title?
You go to Leanna and you
Go-
go for it. Should we do
Go
a
to
trading?
Leanna and ask her for a title.
What do you want to
I'm
be?
Sticking that on my list. I don't know. Anything.
Enforcer.
Not anything,
Fine.
obviously. I think of something.
Definitely the champion of the syndicate.
I like the enforcer.
Brave and undying.
Yeah, don't change my name to that because that's just asking for it.
It's just not possible to die for Graven anymore.
Yeah, it is.
That's not.
Oh, they're not from falling. Not anymore.
Why not?
Well,
Yeah,
you couldn't.
immediately appears behind you out of nowhere, seemingly invisible 1 minute, and then she's, I'll give you a title if you like.
I love that she does that.
Oh no. What kind of voice is this, Leanna?
That was one of her like main things. Just trying
Well, I was hoping to have a think about it first and come up with a title.
she's already disappeared again. She's
Oh.
gone.
By the
Good,
way,
okay, that's fine then.
have you all met Doorslam?
No. Who's that?
Doorslam is the deputy governor.
No, no, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Spare any change.
Wow, what is that beautiful music I can hear?
That is inspiration for you. It's
Wow, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Spare any change. Jingle, jingle.
I'll throw 2 gold pieces at him and say, "Play on." I was enjoying that.
I'll give you
Music
3 to
my
shut up. I have to remove that gold coin I gave you the other day from my inventory. I'm very thorough with my gold coin expenditure. For my coinage expenditure. Yes, do you want to meet Doorslam?
Who's
Must-
North Slam?
Deputy Governor. I brought her from Neverwinter. I thought while current governor is away, we could use some administrative help. She's been very thorough back in
You
Neverwinter.
bought her. You bought her.
No, I
You are
brought.
going to enslave,
I
right?
brought her.
You just said you bought her.
No, I said I brought her, but you can always mishear the words I'm saying, of course, if you like.
And her name is Door Slam?
Yes, it is.
As
her
in
name.
slamming a door?
Yes, you'll understand when you meet her. I hope.
Oh, okay.
I hope you have a sound effect queued, Graham.
I am totally ready.
Door Slam.
What I don't have is a token.
Ah.
I did all the hard work, man.
I'm doing it. I'm
on
doing it. I'm
Roll20.
doing it. I'm doing it. If you keep talking, that would be much better.
Yes, so I have brought her here from Neverwinter. I paid her travel expenses, mind you. And
Very
she's now to
generous
help.
of you.
No, I'm just saying this to the one who's calling me a slaver.
Will she be the one holding the guard knight?
Whoa. She would, yes, that's one of her duties. As well as maintaining a registry of all the residents, of vacant houses, and just administrative work. She's very thorough, as I said.
I see.
Seeing as we don't really have a mayor now, we might as well hold the Garth Knight now.
Well, this takes preparation time. I'm not sure she's ready for it.
Yeah, there's no hurry.
But we could ask, I suppose. I mean, she is quite
Um,
thorough.
From what I've heard, all you need is pieces of straw.
Yes, and also the whole town to be here, so that might be the harder part of it. But let's see. Door slam, are you around? Or should we... I'll just open the door and raise my voice a bit. Door slam, are you around?
Around! Around! You hear a door slam noise. God.
I did not hear the door slam.
I
I
did.
heard the door slam.
You've got
It was
Come
there.
through on Roll20 or something.
yeah. For all the
Can I tell whether it's a real door slamming or a mimic of a door slam?
It's definitely a mimic coming. It comes out of the Kenku in front of you.
Now I understand why her name is.
Play
Door
it
Slam.
again, I've unmuted it, Roll20. What the hell sort of music is that? Hey, I heard the door slam. Graham, what music are you waterboarding people with?
Not waterboard. It's good.
You heard the door slam? I did not.
Yeah, I heard. the
Currently
door
on repeat.
I've muted Roll20 again.
Okay. It's supposed to be a very loud door slam, but it sounds
Yeah.
as the
Well,
real
I
thing.
tried.
Okay, that's fine.
Turn up your volume.
Sorry, it's gone off now. She stopped door slamming at you.
Yeah. By the way, she's totally able to construct her own sentences, not just repeat what people are telling her, but she uses words she's heard in her life to do that.
Butt scratcher, butt scratcher, butt scratcher.
Doorslam, have you completed preparations for Garth Night, or do you need more time?
Preparations pending.
Well, I thought so. Yeah, take your time. We'll just let us know when you're ready for it. Anyway, these are members of the syndicate I've mentioned to you, but I'm sure you know them all since you've seen their files.
Hello. Yes, I have seen files. I understand. Ah, bam.
She must have hung out with Yoda a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Umlaut cannot come close to Doorslam ever.
Well, perhaps it is better we hold it later. Some of us might not
Yes.
return.
Yes.
That's the
Then,
spirit.
Kronthud, then are you still interested in heading towards the Acorn camp?
Yeah, let's go do it.
Have you seen the letter I've received?
Yes, it seems that they still point the finger at us and we still point the finger at them.
Correct, yes.
I wanted to talk about a new ability that I've found by studying some old books from around the world. It's the ability to be able to eavesdrop on people within a mile's range. I had hoped that we'd be able to use it today as part of our adventure, and I basically go and tell everyone what I've just pasted into the chat on the right-hand side.
Did the Wellis teach you this trick?
No. I learned this through reading more different books from other places. This wasn't one of his. I'm actually being serious about that. It was my level up spell, but whatever.
Gotcha.
You know you get 2 spells per level up, right?
Graham said I got 1.
It's 2 spells per level up. I can post you
Well,
the
hey,
file.
I get another spell. I will go.
Get the
apply-
fireball! Get the fireball!
I am not a wizard of engaging combat. I am a pacifist.
Good, I guess. Okay, so I do think that we need to find some more information about Acorn to try and understand whether they are, as simple lumbering business as they say, or if there's more that they're hiding. If we could find out a bit about this attack that Graven's mentioned, perhaps even recover his armor, that would be very good.
That would be nice.
My only concern, of course, is as we are going to try and sneak around. So this clairvoyance thing you just mentioned, that's very useful for sure. But if we are going to sneak in, we need to plan on what we're doing if we're found.
We kill them all.
That's going to be very difficult. Fabian.
Fabian!
Oh, Fabian. All right, excuse me. Well, you need to spell your name a bit better then.
Ian.
Fabian!
The halfling wanders up, drops an empty bottle of whiskey onto the floor, pulls another one out of his robe, pulls out the cork, starts chugging away on it, and then holds out a hand. It's very strange.
Yes.
Well, it's very good of you. Very good of you. You're a very, very, very nice person. I love you.
At least he will be easy to carry with us.
True.
But rather small.
I bet he's bitey though.
Can I put him out of his misery?
He does smell.
Is that a reason to murder someone because they smell?
No, it's because the way he looks,
Depends how
he
bad.
acts, he just doesn't want to be alive.
Societal jester. Are you actually a bard?
Yeah. Jester, my trade.
Leona reappears behind you and says, "Give us a song."
Well, okay, I guess not.
Oh, don't rush me. Don't rush me. I don't have to play this bloody thing.
Oh no.
No.
I wonder what your family thinks you do of an evening.
My wife's giving me very funny looks.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Spare a few coppers for the beautiful tune.
Leona flicks you a silver piece and disappears again. You hear her floating away, giggling.
Shall we perhaps
I
start
didn't
our journey?
have that many. Sorry, carry on.
Yes, we were talking strategy when everything goes to shit. Excuse my French.
Yeah,
My
everything
sorry,
always-
my my water deepian. Sorry.
everything always goes to shit. There's no point in planning. It's just gonna happen. We're all gonna die.
Wait, you're coming?
What? Well, I don't know. We're all gonna die. I mean, that's a given, isn't it? But I mean, you're very generous. Yeah. I mean, if you spare a few coppers for a poor jester.
Yes,
or gold.
but-
I'm not bothered by a bit of gold.
All right. As long as you
Goes
can
down very
keep,
nicely.
as long as you can keep discreet while we're sneaking around.
He,
That
shakes,
means...
he nods his head, and the bell's on the end of his head. Quite loudly.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm very discreet.
You're gonna holster that flute when you need to, don't you? Can you?
Please don't holster the flute, it really hurts. Twice in a week's too much.
You broke Graham. You broke Graham.
It's a Doroslam.
Fromage, okay, thank you. Well, are we... yes, so... Exit plan, please. What can we... So, who can cast something like... something to keep us more discreet?
I can.
Ah, merci. And is there any
That
way...
doesn't mean that I'm willing to.
Okay,
Or I'm joking.
okay.
Funny.
I'm laughing deep inside. And then, what do we do? What kind of escape plan do we have? If we're in the middle of their camp and we're surrounded?
I
We
could,
run.
We could fight our way out, couldn't we? They can't be that tough, surely. If it came to it.
You know what? No, I think if they try and fight us, we surrender,
Well, that
taken
didn't go
to
down
the-
too well last time.
get taken to the jail, and break out.
Last time I... What?
Well, come on.
You could just start on the outside rather than going through all the trouble. Last time we surrendered to them, they just knocked us out.
I
We
mean,
ended up
Exactly.
in the ditch.
and I'm keen on keeping my equipment.
Yes.
I mean-
um,
What we should do is we should let Alt go in first. He believes that they're peaceful people of good intention, and no problem.
That's definitely not what I believe. That's what I suspect. But I have definitely doubts, especially seeing that troll. Or was it an
Well,
ogre?
we could try
Me
the
too, they're
counts.
probably-
Sorry, go on.
Me too, they're probably bastards. Who are we talking about?
Nuts.
Hey.
We're talking about nuts.
Acorn. Well, I think we try the count's diplomatic route, and then if that goes horribly wrong,
They will
we,
kill them all.
Well,
can be.
I think the diplomatic route would be served better by letter, because if we're in the middle of their camp and it's your ward against theirs, it's not going to take us very far, and you definitely have a lot more blood on your blades than they do. And
I have not yet read their response. What did they answer?
well, basically they've said that they do not know. I mean, that lord who's the chief here does not know of this attack, as they have many people working for him.
Sorry, my Chrome keeps messing with this.
What a twat!
You were explaining. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Yes, they do not know about this attack against Sir Graven and his other friend, and his armor being stolen, as he has many men, which I personally think is not an excuse. You are responsible for your men, and when your men are wearing your banner, then they represent your organization, and they should have a
Yes.
code of conduct of some sort. But the part that I find strange, you said, Graven, that once they had taken your equipment when you woke up, they had shed their own armor.
Yes, I always imagined the person who stole it from me put it on, and just left what they were wearing behind.
And the armor he left behind had the acorn symbol. That's the part I find strange, because if you do work for Acorn, why would you leave your equipment that's been lent to you as part of your employment behind?
I mean, let's face it, right? Graven and all of his armor and stuff was a family heirloom. It wasn't like the cheapest thing in the world, and they'd probably be made for life by having that, or at least a better life than being a worksman in that camp.
Graven seems
True.
to think it's not that
Yeah, with that,
valuable.
I mean, it's still probably worth more than their
Their
average
family.
month.
What this type of
wages
behavior
from-
hints at for me is that if you are, say, a bandit who just keeps on looting and taking from the weak, then you just keep what's the best suited for you, and you leave everything behind. So I'm wondering if they're not
Yeah.
bandits who stole from Acorn.
But I think they all had the Acorn armor on.
Yeah, I mean they might have.
So-
How many were they?
I can't remember. There's about 5 of them, something like that.
Okay. It could be that they attacked and killed a group of Acorn.
Maybe.
And stole their armor, and then when they found yours, they preferred that one and left that one behind. I just think
Maybe.
it's a bit odd. But it's possible there were still Acorn people, of course. I'm not dismissing this
Yeah.
possibility.
I don't buy their story of them just being lumberjacks.
I agree that the whole. I mean,
I think that's rubbish. And he's pulling
Perhaps
these-
let us.
Maybe we go to the camp and we see if we can find any clues as to what's really going on when we get there.
Yes.
and we
Perhaps let us send someone in, and someone else, perhaps the wizard, can turn invisible, or perhaps
I can
Someone's very-
indeed turn invisible.
yes, you could slip inside and find clues as to what they do.
You know what? I am fully up for that.
Can you
Let's-
make others invisible as well?
Potentially, but I don't think I can be invisible and someone else at once. But
Oh.
we could go inside.
I can make other people invisible.
Oh,
Invisible.
Prepare yourselves to be amazed.
The only thing that you've
character-
made invisible is the drink that you're drinking.
Umlaut shuts his eyes.
Vendel just looks at others and whispers, "Let's go."
Graham. Graham.
Uh,
Whilst he currently has his eyes closed, okay, I am going to lean forward and I am going to indeed make him invisible.
make him invisible.
Yes.
Okay.
And by the way, if you cast at higher level, you can make others invisible with you.
I think that's what he was doing.
Wow, I pushed that too many times.
As usual.
So what happens when he opens his eyes, Graham?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? He's
Yeah.
invisible.
He opens his eyes, looks down. Well, you can't see what he does, but you hear a voice say, "Oh, not fucking again." It's good stuff. It's good stuff, this. And then you hear glugging.
Are you still
And-
level
and-
1, by the way, or are you level 5 now?
And their glass shattering. Ah, well, who knows?
Well, we should probably get going.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go. I'll follow you.
Follow who?
Whoever's in front.
I don't know where I'm going.
Alright, then I'll lead the way, fine. It's probably this way.
That's good enough for me. Let's go.
Okay. So our heroic adventuring party head south.
Discreetly.
You're going to head the whole way discreetly. Okay.
I mean, we're just not being too obvious.
There's,
Except
there's a tinkling noise.
after an hour or so, the tinkling unfortunately reappears, but the smell, it never left. It has been following you the entire time. Yeah, good job. You head south. West.
Very good.
I got it right. Yeah, go me.
Inspiration
For
point for you.
a solid 1, 2 or so days. All the time. With Umlaut. Umlaut the Grey. But apart from general moaning and groaning this. Nothing else particularly happened on the journey. And on the second day, you find yourselves getting not too far away now from the Acorn camp.
Wow.
Look at this.
I
mud.
take it that the cart has not come back.
No.
Somebody has seamlessly retouched this picture.
It looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Remove something.
I think it might be photoshopped.
No,
Nope, it's
it's
reality.
just the pixels.
So you know that up the road, that way is the Acorn groups. I'm just going to continue onwards.
Yes, that's the idea, but we probably go through the woods to avoid like the same road we took last time, right? We went a bit south and then into the woods and then west.
Okay. As you're deciding on which way to go, out of the trees cycles on a unicycle a midget clown.
Looks like your friend, Jester.
Is he one of yours?
Umlaut.
Cycles towards and you hear, "Oi lads, here's the dirty cunt." And then out of the trees steps two horrific looking clowns.
Oh my word.
One of them walks right up to Umlaut and goes, "You thought you could get away, did you, you dirty twat?" Umlaut, evidently unresponsive.
Umlaut. Are you
Umlaut shrieks.
The clown walks up. The clown walks up to Umlaut, picks him up, and you hear a tinkle as Umlaut's flute drops to the floor. The clown says, "Well, this will be the last time you're making it away from us, you dirty." And he just pulls Umlaut with both arms, and Umlaut rips in half.
What?
Guts and gore and everything hitting the floor below him with a small streak as Umlaut is just ripped in half. The clown drops into the floor and looks up and says, "Here, what we got here then, lads? More food for the fire, I think."
Can we kill them now?
At which point you hear, "Hold beasts!" Oh, I don't know what you hear actually, that's me making it up. But a man clad in armor, looks a lot like that, steps out of the trees behind the clowns.
He's tiny.
He does not have an appropriate name, considering the first thing he did was shout. So
That might not be true. But...
He pulls out a broadsword, swings it round his head, and a blast of energy seems to sweep out of it towards this clown here.
no.
And at this point, I'd like you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Nice intro.
Oh, poor Umlaut.
Yeah.
It's like it's like
Oh, that's a good initiative.
it's like we never knew him.
We knew his music, that's enough.
Graham,
Hello.
how far are we from the camp?
You're about a couple hours down the road, but it took you a bit longer when you went through the trees last time.
Okay.
Okay.
FYI, those are my portent dices.
Holy shit! You actually remembered. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
But
I
will
mean,
he
it's a long
remember-
evening.
But will he remember the dice?
How do you remember you've got them? Yes. Good question.
Well, music's not a good sign,
What music?
considering it's a requiem.
Is there really music? I hear nothing.
Yes, coming through your Roll20 player.
Yeah, and I
The
have
clown
volume.
whirls around, evidently looking a bit concerned that they're now flanked by people. But these are horrifying visages, obviously mutated tortured beings. Although this one's just giddily cycling around on its unicycle. So this one, what does this one do? This one does some stuff. This one looks at Graven and says, bad jokes. He looks at you and says, he looks at you and he says, recently my girlfriend asked me if I was having sex behind her back, and I replied, yes, who do you think it was? And I'd like you to roll a save. In fact, actually, probably all of you. Not just
Is
Greg.
that some hideous laughter?
I'd like all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
All of
Is that
us.
me too?
It
Yeah.
wasn't even a good joke.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Is it really hideous laughter?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Graham,
Hello.
could you update the initiative thing? I have 11. Because I have the rod, I have advantage.
Ah.
Where did you find this?
It is updated. It says 11.
I know, I updated that, but it's not in the right order. That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
My Roll20 is reloading, so I'll be a moment. I most likely succeeded anyway.
Oh god. Oh dear. This is gonna
Are
be...
all of us down?
No. But
No.
who knows how this is gonna go? We'll see by now. Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for
Vendel.
Pendle.
He's most likely succeeded. Do you want me to roll a real die?
You can roll however you like. Just roll it. Maximus and Graven, you both
Oh,
find.
hang on.
Hello.
I've just remembered something.
Oh.
I've got a thing where I can re-roll a saving throw.
Oh.
Is this
Might
a
as well use it.
charm?
I can re-roll a saving throw, so I'm going to re-roll that one. What was it? Wisdom?
Yes.
Come on.
Is this a charming spell because I have advantage
There
against
we go.
those?
That's better.
Okay. Great. Good job. Is it a charming spell?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't say it's a charming spell.
Sorry,
no.
it would be an 11 at most. So.
Oh, right, okay. Retcon, Vendel, and Maximus, you both find this joke hysterically funny, and both are now giggling and incapacitated. You can retry that at the end of each of your turns. Retry the
Alrighty.
save. I'm just going to put it.
So we're just laughing.
Laughing at his terrible joke. Yes.
Are you sure
This one.
Oh, go on.
Am I sure about what?
Nah, I was just gonna make a joke, but I'd rather not interrupt. So.
This one pulls out a.
The carrot, apparently.
Nope. He pulls. you see on his dirty tunic is what looks like a flower, once full of colour, but now kind of greyed and dirty. A lot like Umlaut's robes were, but kind of stained. There's like a blood stain on it as well, and he fiddles with it. And eventually giggles and looks up at Graven and smiles as a jet of. I'm going to move him into a square. Which I think is close enough. Yep. As a jet of something comes flying out of the false flower on his tunic. And I'd like you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please, Graven. This is only targeting you, if it makes any difference.
That does. Makes a big difference.
Who is doing this?
This
Um,
blue clown, this one here. Sorry, this one.
I can add my AC bonus to it, basically.
Cool.
By the way, I don't see the other clowns in the initiative. Just so you know.
They're all
So,
going on
spam.
the same.
Okay.
Ah, 6.
You don't get to roll out with advantage? No? Okay.
No.
You throw up your shield, but too fascinated by the joke and the fiddling of the flower, a wash of acid goes over you.
Oh,
And you take 26 points of acid damage.
bloody hell.
76. These are killer clowns.
26.
These are-
I am.
This one giggles
Shit out of that one in a minute.
and his unicycles past Fabian and stabs him in the leg with a little like toothpick sized sword as he goes past.
Who is making all that noise?
Sorry, it's me. I'm munching something. Hang on.
But doesn't manage to do any damage as it cycles past. And then Vendel. I don't think you can do much, but retry your saving throw.
Do I get attack of opportunity as he passing me by?
You do not. It seems to kind of cycle past far too quick for you to have an attack opportunity.
Mobile street.
Absolute cycle path.
Crazy clown. And they're all. This one's just giggling maniacally because it's crazy.
Did we say I have it? It's a charm or not?
Sure.
Then
Maybe.
15.
Let's go with yes.
Okay, does 15 save?
15 does save.
Awesome. Then that's my turn. Well, I guess. No, it's at the end of my turn, you said, right? So I can't do anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Aliar Flamescar.
Roars angrily as she charges in to battle. Raging.
Gary.
Ooh. I
You
can't
can
see myself.
You can stand
I'll
on
go
him,
here.
that's dead body. That's fine.
I mean, I can't see myself under him, so that. Oh, thank you.
It's just
Yeah,
a bit squishy.
She'll step on his face, maybe some intestines. Act recklessly violent.
Solid.
Wow, okay.
Hitting with the first attack, but missing with the second.
Man,
17 at
3
least.
points of damage. Good hit.
these are nice pictures, but they take a lot of space on that chat.
He's not wrong. Do you want to do anything else?
That is all we can do.
Okay, then Fabian.
Fabian.
It's gonna get old.
Change your name, man. Change your name.
No. Fabian is going
Oh
to
my god.
here, and he gonna slash the bugger with his magic dagger.
Which plunges straight into the clown on the unicycle.
DC 15 dex save, please. Sorry.
Oh no, Crafty! What have you done? As you, oh no, wrong one. As you kill the thing on the unicycle, it falls off with a tingle to the floor, killing the little clown. This one shouts out at you as you kill Crafty the clown.
Well, that's okay. I'm moving to here and go stabby.
Okay.
Does that? Hit.
Yep. It's yep.
I can save DC 15.
I just about the dagger of venom. I think you're supposed to activate the poison, and that takes you an action, if I recall.
Probably a bonus
I
action, right?
understood that it's when it hits,
That's true.
but
Um,
when it hits.
Anyway.
You do need to use an action to cause a thick black poison to coat the blade first, which lasts for 1 minute or until you use your attack, which hits. Right, okay, so you can't use it every time. You need to make the poison
That
happen.
sucked.
That's
when you-
really bad, yeah.
I'll put the thing in there. 9 hits, 9 points of damage, and you need to roll a thing.
Thing is that if you do poison them, they get disadvantage on everything. So
Failing the Constitution saving throw.
yeah, I mean they get 2d10 poison damage, and then they're poisoned for a minute. So disadvantage on all attacks, saving throws, everything.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So if it works, it's great, but you can't
Okay.
keep doing it. Yeah.
Makes sense. So he takes lots of damage and is now poisoned. Oh, and you can't use it again until the next dawn.
Oh yeah, true.
Fabian, you done?
Am I done? I haven't been.
Sorry, this is just asking Fabian if he'd finished.
No, I think I'm going to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'm done.
Okay.
Right.
Then Conflad, you're up.
I am going to. I'm not a massive fan of how close these guys are getting, but I'm going to try and grease them. No, fuck! I didn't prepare grease. Shit. You know what? I'm going to try and cast Hideous Laughter back on this one here.
Which one?
This one.
I see no. Okay. What does he have to roll?
Yes. He has to roll my spell save, which is like a 16 or higher.
I meant what thing, but I'll help you out. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Which he fails, and does he fail? I presume he fails. Yes, he fails. And falls prone in a fit of hysterical, nightmarish giggling.
Whack him! Whack him!
And then, if you're done, Graven, you're
Yep.
up.
Okay, I stride over to this one. And I have at him with my sword.
Okay. Doesn't quite manage to hit the clown.
Okay, I'll swing again. I am rolling great today. I'm going to use my action surge.
Okay.
Just take another action. That's more like it.
That's a hitter.
So that's the first one. It's for 7 slashing damage, and one more time. Swing at him.
7 slashing damage. Yeah. Okay.
And
That's a hitter.
for the 12 slashing
Okay.
damage.
Hurting the clown somewhat, and you see the blood starts to seep in its bedraggled clothes.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to use second wind to get my hit. No, I'm not. I think I'm
Okay.
alright. I'm going to smash him with my shield. Try and knock him over.
Okay.
So you need to beat this roll. Oh, for goodness sake.
You can still make it.
He's not got as much strength as you have.
Okay, I knock him prone then.
See?
Yes, you do knock him prone.
With a 1.
With a
Fantastic.
Solid. You want anything else?
Yeah, I loom over him and say, "That's for the acid, you bastard."
And then Maximus, your first heroic turn is not quite so heroic. Sorry. So you can do anything. Do you want to roll your wisdom saving throw? Stop giggling at the terrible joke.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Here we go.
Bouncing straight back up, ready
Cool.
for a fight. Oh man. At which point, this one is looking fairly bedraggled, but kind of stands back up, and
Hello.
Hello.
By the way, if you see that screaming icon on Alia, that means you have advantage on her
cool.
because she's recklessly attacking.
Graham reading the description of the effects.
No, I'm just reading really terrible jokes to try and find a new one.
Oh, I see, okay.
So yeah, sorry. This one is incapacitated, so it's probably going to roll his save. Does it get one at the end of each of its turns? Presumably so.
Scroll up.
At the end of each of its turns, yes. So that's that. This one is at the end of this turn, no longer hysterically laughing.
He's still prone though.
Yes, that's right. You are right. Let's leave that on him. This one stands back up. Hiya! Hello! And says, he looks Graven in the eye, gives him a wink and says, when I was younger, I felt like a man trapped inside a woman's body. Then I was born! And as he laughs, the rest of you try to stifle the laughters that emanate from you as well. And I'd like you all to roll another... well, except Fabian, because he's far enough away, I think.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please.
There's like mass hideous laughter.
Oh no.
Maximus Quietus finds all these jokes hysterically funny, unfortunately. As well as Alia, who also...
Alia.
That's what I said. Who also starts...
You said Alia,
That's what I said.
and it's Alia.
That's what I said.
No, you said you.
Sound the same. They all sound the same.
You-
Anyway, I'll order this conversation, and then he doesn't do much. Doesn't do a lot else. He says, "Damn, you fellas are hard to please." And then Vendor, you're up.
Tough crowd, huh? Okay, so Vendel goes here, looks at this clown and says, I have very mixed feelings about what you've done to Umlaut. And attacks him. And I have advantage because he's prone.
He is prone.
So that's 17.
That's a hitter.
Let's see. Oh, why twice? Okay. 11 and I have sneak attack, so that's 19.
Okay.
And I'll do a second attack with my bonus with the other side of the blade for a 20
That's a hitter.
with another 11. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, plunging your rapier into his soft, fleshy body a couple of times.
And then I move, see, let's say here, 35.
Okay. Do you have anything that stops him from attacking you?
Yeah, if I attack him, he cannot
Cool.
opportunity attack me.
Okay, then Alia is currently incapacitated.
Do I get a save?
Sorry?
Do I get a save?
Yes, at the end of your turn.
Which is now.
I will do that unless you do anything else, but I don't think you can.
Oh no.
Son of a...
Still finding the joke. You hear Alia on the floor slapping her leg because he was born. Fabian, you're up.
Okie dokie, let's have a look how it look like. Come on, you map. Okie dokie, so we have what? 40, okay. I suppose so. I'm gonna run here and smash the bugger. Oh, and I'm going to make it a stunning strike
Okay.
as well. So that's what, 16 damage,
Okay.
Wait,
and
is
he
it?
have to roll con savings of DC 15, I believe. Yeah,
This
no,
for your
14.
standing strike.
14, or be stunned till the end of my next round.
You did not manage to stun the thing on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna slice him again.
Okay. Hitting him
Okay.
again. You've got advantage. He's on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And
7 damage.
Plunging your dagger into him perfectly marked to strike the life out of the clown.
Oh well. I just.
And then you hear the other one go, Krusty, no!
And that was 40, 45, 50. And I stay here.
Okay. Then Cronford.
Okay, right. What I'm going to do is I am going to cast. I think I'm going to go and hit the other one with Hideous Laughter because I'm tired of them doing it to us. So same again, Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom fails the wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
And that's my go.
Falls to the floor in a fit of giggles.
Does that end effect of the hideous laughter on others? Is it a concentration spell?
No. You're just in a fit of giggles, apparently.
Okay.
Graven.
Okay. I look down to this one on the floor laughing and I say, knock knock.
You hear he looks up, he's, who's there?
Stabbing.
Stabbing who?
Stabbing you! And I stab him with my sword.
And you see he laughs as you...
Do I get advantage here? 'cause
yeah,
it's
he's prone, poisoned, everything.
Oh!
That's a good hit.
I'm going to make that a menacing attack as well.
Okay.
So that is 20, 28, 34.
As he smiles as you tell him the joke, you see the life in his eyes pull out and falls to the floor. And this time both Maximus and Ala stop laughing.
You probably shish kebabbed him or something.
And you see, as you pull your sword back out, a lone balloon just floats up into the air.
Well... that was awkward.
Mm.
Vendel waves at the knight in shining armor. Thank you for your assistance, I suppose.
Yes. I had some kind of spasm. I'm not sure what it was. Never experienced it before.
The laughter, you mean? Yes, I see.
What do you call it?
Never mind.
It's horrible. Are you from Flamescar?
Who's asking?
I am.
Who be you?
I am Maximus Quietus, Reaper of Celeborn.
Do you want any harm to people from Flamescar?
No. I wish to speak with them.
Ah, well, then yes, we are. I'm Count Vendel. And then Vendel looks at the others and like, introduce yourself.
Indeed. Enough of these pleasantries. I seek 3.
I do not know any 3s.
I know 3, or I should say I knew 3.
It has passed.
Sadly, yes. I'm afraid so.
There is no sad. He has gone to join Kelemvor. This is glorious news.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, yes.
There's much death here.
Yeah, not wrong.
Priests have sensed it. And when we could not contact 3, I was dispatched to correct this imbalance in the continual fight between life and death.
You can say the Force. It's okay.
Well, you've come to the right place then. Yes, I'm afraid 3 was slain a while back now.
Well, you must tell me who did this. Although it is glorious that he is finally by Kellenvor's side once more.
Yes.
Whoever did it must be punished.
I'm trying to remember who did it. There was
Shadow
sadly,
Fae.
there's been so many.
It was the Shadow
Yes,
Fae.
the Shadow Fae. That was it. I remember now. Yes, the Shadow Fae. They took his life along with others, and we've almost wiped them out, but not entirely.
You say you've been avenging him. May I
Yes.
join you?
Of course, the more the merrier. We could do with some extra help in that regard. They proved a little tougher than we were expecting last time we ventured there.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
You, Callum. This is a tall man. He looks sort of human in build, but he's got a helmet on that's got an intricate, like a full face helmet. That's the face of which is an intricate skull mask. We can't see any of his features, and he's wearing what looks like scale mail armor, but black, and a large hood over, like cloak and hood over the whole thing.
Right.
And he's sheathed an impressive-looking broadsword.
That is an impressive sword. What kind of abilities do you have besides swinging that sword, of course?
I bring death.
Can you be more specific? I'm interested in tactics and just efficiency if we're working together.
Indeed, I bring death swiftly.
Wonderful.
In a variety of manners. But my justice is fair.
Perhaps you would like to accompany us to this camp we're heading to. I suspect there will be much death.
I certainly hope not.
Well, if there is injustice, then there will be death. I will accompany you and pass judgment.
Let's just remember we're here on a reconnaissance mission, not seek and destroy type of mission, yes?
We'll see how it ends.
I do not hope to kill people. I'm merely suggesting that is likely.
Kellenvor's justice will be delivered, one way or another.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't get to this today, but I do not share your
Indeed.
pessimism.
Life is the preferable path.
Then I think we've wasted enough time here. Shall we just check these bodies just in case we find any, I don't know, farting pillow or smoke bombs? I don't know, something.
They are not righteous corpses. You may loot them if that is your want.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Let's have a look, see what they've got.
And Sir Graven, are you alright? I've seen your armor
I'm sure.
smoke
I'm
a
sure.
bit.
Yes, I'll survive.
I'm sure Kellenvor will only make you walk the long road for 100 years for such an affront to his to a corpse. A small punishment for small gain in this world.
Well, do I see it anything we find of use? will allow us to do
As you
more.
rummage through the
Yep.
the body of this one, you find a small kazoo.
What the heck is a kazoo?
Kazoo.
It's like one of those things you blow into and it makes a noise.
With paper.
It's incredibly annoying.
Yes,
have one on
you
my
have to
desk.
Google it, but I'll put a picture on Discord. That's a canoe. That's a kazoo.
A canoe?
Kazoo.
Kazoo.
Okay. Looks like a pipe.
It does look like a pipe.
It's nothing like a pipe.
I think Bill Bailey was saying he got in trouble for going through an airport with one once. It does look like a pipe.
It does look like a pipe.
It probably is a pipe. A noisy one. A musical pipe.
The other one, this one, has on him a small toy dinosaur, although it looks a bit sad and worn.
Oh, I love that. Go with my lucky horse.
And and the midget only seems to have on him a very silly hat.
I wonder why he wasn't wearing it.
No,
Does-
he is wearing it.
Does that mean he was naked otherwise?
Pretty much.
Interesting
Cock and balls
detail
on
you
a
forgot to
saddle.
mention.
Sorry, I was overwhelmed by Umlaut's death. Untimely.
Yes, speaking of which, should we return to Flamescar and mourn?
No, we have more important things to do.
I don't know, I feel like all purpose in life has left me now. Oh no, it's
I'm
back.
going
We can
to
go.
cast.
Which
I'm
means
going to cast Minor Illusion behind Vendor and make the exact song, as much as I can copy it, that Umlaut I did in a Flamescar before we went. For the whole minute.
Wonderful.
if your your purpose in life is over, do you wish me to help you pass on to the other side?
No, it's alright, I've just found it.
Steady on, Teen Dignitas.
Yes.
You.
Um,
Is anybody taking this very silly hat?
Nope.
Nope.
Is it magical?
Is it magical? That's my question as well.
How are you asking that question?
Is it
I'm asking that based
magical?
on my knowledge of magical items.
I mean, it looks like a very silly hat.
Might not be though. Might be a very useful hat.
Could be, could be.
Who's well versed in the ways of magic?
I'm pretty smart
Kron
about
Thud.
it. Let me take a look at it.
Have a look at the hat.
What do I think about it?
It looks very silly. The kind of hat that would only a jester would wear.
So it's basically fucking useless.
I'm not saying that. I'm simply telling you what it looks like.
I searched the hat.
The hat is empty. Other
What
than
sort
being
of
a hat.
fabric is it made from?
Solid, you know, like kind of a cheap, tacky.
Burlap.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you would let me have a look, I could identify.
I pass it on and put it on his head.
Well, shit, it's wizard. You give it to. Are you detecting magic? Yeah. This very silly hat definitely has some sort of magic to it. I really need to write the schools of magic on my DM sheet. That'd be really handy. It has got a distinct amount of the kind of magic that would make you better at things.
Not telling jokes. They were shit.
Definitely nothing charisma based.
Enchantment or transmutation?
It's got a distinct amount of transmutation energy coming from it.
I mean, we could spend a short rest identifying this, I suppose.
That would be a good idea. I could do with a short rest to bandage my acid burns.
Who would like this hat?
I mean, I am a hat wearer, but you will never see me wear that hat, I'll tell you that.
I'll show you a picture of the hat.
I believe I have enough items.
Yes, you're capped on all your... I mean, the identification doesn't mean you have to attune to it, right? So anyone can do that.
Yeah.
I suppose I know enough about hats that I can identify it during my short rest if you'd like. But I will certainly not wear it.
So who's somebody attuning to it? Is that all?
No, I'm just
trying to
identifying
investigate
it.
Yeah.
Alia will attune to it, but she's not claiming it yet.
No, you don't need to attune to it to
You just
identify.
identify.
No, you could just study it.
Alright, yeah, I'll identify that.
short rest.
Okay, yes, you sit and you rest and you find that
Off the road, by the way. Oh my god.
Nice.
+2 performance. Useful for a bard.
Very interesting.
If only we had a bard. A live
anything
bard.
else with the other things you find? Or
What? Sorry?
are you doing anything else with the other things that you've found?
I mean, detect magic works in a 30-foot.
That's true.
Radius.
Yes, there was magic coming from all three of those things.
What things? The little dinosaur as well.
Yep, the little dinosaur.
Oh, can you tell me about the little dinosaur?
I can tell you all about the little dinosaur. You seem to get, as you kind of sit and look at it, you get the impression that you just want to talk to it. And feel like it would talk to you back.
Okay. Do I need to attune to it, or
Nope.
I'll say hello, little dinosaur.
It doesn't respond.
Oh. Maybe I need to ask it a question. What are you for, little dinosaur?
Its inanimate eyes just stare back at you.
Ah,
Picture of
how
this.
does it work? How does it work?
You don't. After spending a short rest and trying to work out how it works and what it doesn't seem to really do anything.
But it has got a magical aura, and I feel like I should talk to it.
Yeah. Let's go with yes. Why can't I put this in there? What's wrong
Okay.
with you, bitch?
Well,
I'm gonna pop the picture into it because I can't be dealing with Roll20. That's what it looks like, little cheeky dinosaur.
nice.
And the kazoo also has a strong enchantment magic to it.
I suppose I'll check that one. Since I smoked the pipe.
You work out this kazoo, when played, gives +2 to intimidation checks.
Okay. I wonder how that actually sounds like.
Not great.
Anybody good at intimidation? I feel like Maximus Coitus might be the one for this.
I am indeed. I have been known to disquiet people, but I do not take from corpses.
He doesn't really look like a kazoo player either.
If no one else requires it, I could probably make the most use of it.
Sure. If you can fit it in your pockets.
Kazoo of intimidation.
I'll take that rod off your hands while you're holding it, if you like. Or that cloak, perhaps.
Oh no, it was a gift. You should not gift gifts.
Regifting is a very common practice in Neverwinter. But, alas, that's fine.
And inside the robes of this one, there is a name stitched. You see the name Wiggles is stitched into its...
And what's his name?
Graham,
Hello.
do I need to play the kazoo to be intimidating, or do I just have it?
No, yeah, when played.
So it's like, say,
Okay.
tell me the truth, or else...
Those are both pretty good kazoo impressions.
Marlon, quick question. What was the name of your character that died in its first session?
That was Gregorian.
Okay.
Was he a barbarian?
No, he was
You missed the trick there.
He was a sorcerer.
You missed such a trick there.
He didn't ever really get the chance to be anything, let's be honest.
So, did I discover what my dinosaur did?
Yeah,
I
Died.
just talked to it.
yeah.
Does he make really bad jokes at people so he can say that they got T-wrecked?
I don't get it.
T-wrecked?
I don't
As
understand.
in wrecked? Oh, whatever.
What does that mean?
Okay.
I don't get it. Could you explain your joke? I think that would make it funnier.
No.
Maybe I need to tell a joke.
Grim, you remember the French people saying Shrek to us, right?
No.
From Counter-Strike.
Alia tries to learn to play the kazoo briefly.
It's so intimidating. I'm probably.
What?
Did you not hear that?
I have fear.
Nope. I'm just gonna click this to see if it adds the description.
I've heard rumours that there's a tradition in this region that musical instruments that aren't played adequately well are, how can I say, sheathed in a certain fashion.
You must show me this. Cheating trick.
I've heard it is not. It is not an appreciation of the art, nor a desired outcome.
I see.
As a side note, I've added a few holidays on our Flamescar wiki.
I like those holidays. Although the best holiday is coming up next week. All Father's celebration.
Is it? Really?
Where everybody would give thanks to their All Father for the gifts that he has given you throughout the year. Yeah. It's my birthday next week.
Oh, I see.
Ha ha ha! It's a joke about me being a DM. Never mind. What are you up to then, fellas? You've looted, you've conquered, you've found some toys.
I don't know what mine does. I don't know what it
Find
does.
out
It's
one day.
probably going to speak to you in your sleep.
Okay. Cool.
You-
Kill the
Alright.
children.
Are you using some hit dice during your short rest? Oh, you did. Okay, sorry.
I did, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Good.
Loads of them.
Off we go.
Yes, let's go. Actually, I'll hide the bodies in the hedges so that they're not just lying on the road.
Do you drag the bits that are left of them out in with them? Kind of scoop them in.
We'll probably bring Umlaut back to town to bury, to give him proper burial, right?
You
Was it
need
sh-
a pretty waterproof sack to get them.
Yeah, get a
majority of the
bucket.
Bits. Yeah.
We'll just get him on the way back, yeah?
Alright,
Just gonna leave his entrails there. Okay.
We'll
just
put them in
leave
the
it there.
bag and then we'll just leave the bag.
I'm sure
there.
no animals will eat him in the meantime.
Kron starts giggling and thinks, as they start to decompose into the soil, they'll smell funny.
They always do. No, we'll probably put it in a sack. We'll probably hang the sack on a rope on a tree so that
Away
they can
from
be
bed.
eaten.
That's keen.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. Let's go. Where are we going? We're going to the place. Are you going down the road or are you going in the forest?
Forest.
Forest.
Okay. So you head round to the south and come up from the same way that you travelled to the place you went to before last time. The bandit encampment. That's what I'm looking for. You approach, presumably stealthily if you're going in the trees.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll try, although I'm in head to foot in armour.
What's the how far are we? Like
Stop
how long?
waffle.
It's a couple of hours.
Yeah, 3 or so hours when you go through the forests.
Fabien, can you perhaps make us quieter?
It will last only for an hour or so,
Exactly.
and it. But we're what 3 hours from the fort?
Yeah, so the last hour is what I'm saying.
Oh, for the last hour, no problem.
Okay. So you quietly are you casting? What are you casting?
I cast without the trace for the last hour of the journey.
Cool.
Last hour or last 45 minutes or so.
Okay. Where are you? Fabian. Okay, so you come up quietly and stealthily towards the encampment.
I shall wait here.
Yes. We actually have quite a few stealthy individuals in our group.
Not me.
Not to me either.
Yes, but I am. I assume Fabien is, and
I see darkness.
Perhaps we should split up into 2 teams. Plan A and Team A and Plan B.
plan loud, plan quiet.
Yeah, the loud team. And this needs-
Team, everything's gone wrong and we need to rush in and kill everything.
So you will, the loud ones will sneak from the front door. So I do have a question. How do we actually get in here? It seems like it's pretty well fortified.
Yeah, so you can see that all around there are is a large timber fence with spiky things spiking out from the side. There is the main gate.
Very
so
well
far that's the
defended
only
from
entrance you've seen.
Jacks, I think.
Graham,
Hello.
I can't see.
Oh, I can't see Graham. What's going on, Graham? I like to play the game where I can see. It's not fair with me.
Graham,
Pretend.
my
Hello?
portent dices, are you happy that they still are valid?
Why would they not be?
I think, well, it hasn't been more than a day, so
Correct.
they should be.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can everybody see?
I can see.
Yes.
I see
I
nothing.
can see.
I can't see inside the fort.
You should be able to see.
Not inside.
I said
the
I
fort.
can't see inside the fort.
I'm talking to Fabian.
I can see.
You can't see past the fence, right? So that's
No, I
Correct.
can see. I'm fine. Don't worry.
great. Cronford, you can't see past the fence. That is an intended thing. It's
Aw.
very high, and you are very small.
I can toss you in the sky.
You can, however, see that there are guards mounted around different outposts. Weapons trained, and with a seemingly ready eye.
Does this, you say it's well defended with spiky bits on.
Yes,
Does it look like your average logging camp, or does it look more like a fort?
definitely the second one.
That's what I thought.
Although you can see lots of pieces of timber and stuff all around. But most logging camps are simply built for logging, not for protection. But then you do live in the West Marches, and it's very dangerous. So the Dragon Fields.
Are we basically looking for weapons of mass destruction at this point?
We've seen them on the satellite pictures already. So.
Now we just invade.
So we should probably go around and see if there's any way in. Master Cronthod, how?
Oh my god!
What?
You're a genius.
What?
So, Graham,
Yellow.
could I cast my clairvoyance in the sky over the camp to look down?
Yes.
God,
Did you call yourself a genius then?
no! I called the person that suggested that a genius. I didn't see who looked up on the chat, so I couldn't say who it was.
Oh, I can hear that. Just...
It was whoever said
I
that
think
we've
I heard
already
it.
had an eye in the sky or something or other.
I don't remember hearing that either.
I think it might have been nearing voices.
I think it was
Anyway,
Alan.
that does sound good. Yeah, that's
Right.
like a good
You might have
suggestion.
misheard, but it worked out in the end. That's good.
I am going to cast Clairvoyance. It takes me 10 minutes to do. Okay. But I'm going to cast it in form of a seeing eye directly over the maybe like at about 60 foot over the camp to
Okay.
remove the fog of war for me, and then I will relay to you what I see. Okay?
Okay.
Very good
Oh,
idea.
I think it might have been Alp's comment about the satellite images.
That was it. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Right, oh my god.
I take credit
Oh,
for
God.
it then.
Okay. Right, so let's do a head count here.
Sunflood pulls out a beautiful crystal eye. Looks very nice. And obviously does his spell. Carry on, sorry, your crystal eye was nice.
Oh, cool. I see what you've done. You've duplicated my token and
have.
moved. That's cool.
So you
Right.
can
So no one else can see, but I can, right?
see. Correct.
So, guys, from the looks of it, we've got a head count of.
At least 3.
We got.
Do you need a toe?
I can see, I can see
We have
6,
23 people on the ground inside that are of type 1, and we have.
Type 2, these fellas over here, they look much more like your average woodsman and loggers and carpenter types. The others look more like guards and things.
And about 11 loggers with one chief honcho in the corner with all of the other loggers.
And that's the big old troll.
Holy fuck!
The big old
Yeah.
troll is seemingly chained to the floor here.
Trolls.
Right. So. Okay then.
What is it?
I'm going to keep concentrating on this. Can I talk while I'm concentrating, Graham?
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell them all that I've seen. I've said that it looks pretty well down defended, you know?
Can you see anything like
Oh,
a passage
Graham.
in besides the main door?
What are these spikes back here?
Oh, the spikes. Where? Sorry?
I've drawn a giant arrow.
Oh, so they surround the entire thing.
Oh, I hadn't seen the spikes. Damn!
Did you not see them from outside? Yeah, I think you can. You should be able to.
Yeah, the lower is
I
you
think
can
they
see
might
that.
have been hidden by the fact that it was a fog of war, but damn.
You should be able to see them there, where I'm putting my purple thing. There.
Yeah, I see
so
it.
they surround the entire cannon. Obviously, to keep something out.
I think they've definitely got archers there as well,
They do.
because there's an archery range at the back to the east southeast of the camp. It's all very open. It's all very exposed. But it's not as big or as populated as I thought it would be. It was very much it's very much like a tented arena. It's not like a housing arena.
You
Is
can
it
see
tented
that
there,
over
tents?
here there is like a concrete stone fort keep. Not huge, but bigger than it's shown on this map.
How tall is the wall?
Oh, a solid 20 feet or so.
Okay.
And these spikes on the outside, they go all the way up.
They're kind of rooted into the floor and come out at like.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What do I tell about this person in the back right?
This guy.
Yeah.
So you can see 3 fellas that look similar to this guy. One there, and one there. They are hulking humans with rippling muscles and basically loincloths and helmets. Although I'm not sure how many helmets you can see, depending on the way they walk. Joke. They seem to be very much commanding. When they walk past, everybody looks busy, or the chatter dies down. You can't hear any of that, but you can see the looking thing.
Where does the command and control look to be coming from? Would that be from the keep then, or?
So these guys, most people are sort of just going about their business, kind of doing what they seem to be doing. There's some people cooking, and it's fairly late in the day now, so so you get the impression maybe they're settling down. There's a few people doing target range practice, and these guys are just kind of hulking around.
Right. Can the people that can only see black over the map see where I'm drawing?
No.
No.
Oh. Bugger.
You have to use your words.
I don't want to use more. Never mind. Cool. Okay then. Let's rock.
Can you
What's
see
the
a
plan,
way in that is not from door, like something that is probably not planned, but
Well, Graham hasn't exposed the topmost north of the camp, unless he has, and that's literally just the black.
Yeah. So the dynamic lighting layer is drawn around the walls, so that's why you can't see out.
It looks well defended, and there doesn't look to be any way out.
Other than the main gate, that would be a correct statement.
Which is why, when I had the original plan of coming in and wrecking up the place, it would mean you could set a fire at the main gate and then let them cook.
but that also means it's hard for us to get in, if not impossible.
I mean, that's why I was going to say let's sabotage a bit of the wall.
That will be difficult at this point.
Yes. So, we're gonna go up to... so, this has been, what, about 30 seconds of looking, right?
Sure.
So, we're just gonna stay out here and keep an eye for a bit longer. Do we see anyone moving around, or...?
So like I say, you can see these guys, it's fairly late in the day now, so they're kind of cooking, there's lots of people meandering around, although they generally seem to stay in their own sort of section.
We should definitely wait till nighttime.
I mean, we are on good business at the minute. We need to go up and say hi, right?
No, we're gonna sneak in and try and find out some stuff, right?
I mean, surely it would be better to go in, say hello, and then leave, and then we can come back knowing the lay of the land inside, right?
That's if they let us leave.
They would be expecting us even if they let us leave.
Besides, you've already seen the layout, so...
Yeah, yeah. If
I mean, you can
Yeah.
always recast in 10 minutes, no? Or you can end it now and recast
Yep.
to see a different area.
Well, hang on just 1 second, because what Cronthud's going to do is he's going to go and scribble in the dirt in front of you guys a map that looks like this. And it's really broken down into 4 sections, like this. Big ass keep is over here. You have some tents in the top right, all around a spot. These are the woodsmen. Graham, who do the people in the top left look like?
All the white dudes look fairly grunty.
Racist.
White backgrounds.
Hmm?
They have white backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, middle management jobs.
So you've decided to become a bandit. 101. Cool, and I'm just annotating this shit now.
Cool.
Perhaps you could turn invisible and sneak in, and if any trouble arises, send us a signal and we will attack the front gates.
I mean, it'd be limited to just a signal from me because I'm totally pacifist, so that seems doable. So we got archers there. We got... What would these people in the bottom left look like? Just people. Do they carry swords, Graham?
Sorry.
People in the bottom left and the top right.
Yeah, pretty much all of them have got swords hanging off their belts, or within reach. The guys up on the guard towers look much more ready. They've got bows and arrows ready to go, and are actively surveying the areas.
Okay, keep in mind,
I
go there and you are discovered, then diplomacy is out of the window.
I could turn myself or another invisible. I'm more of a distance warrior than a hand-to-hand fighter.
I thought that broadsword hinted at otherwise, but... the gate, is it closed or is it open?
It's open.
It's open, so we could just walk in if they didn't see us.
Sure.
No mud.
I mean, there's a path that kind of runs up. The terrain is your general foresty type terrain, but it's not been too wet recently. I mean, you might make footprints, you might not. Depends on how stealthy you're being, really.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty stealthy. But then again, you can roll terribly. So, if I'm invisible, I would be decent at finding my way around there quietly. And if I understand correctly, we can have at least 2 people invisible, right?
Indeed. If the small one can...
I can make myself invisible, don't worry about me.
Not just you, we're talking about other people too. You can
But
cast this on.
But I do worry about you. When were you afflicted with this dreadful pacifism disease?
Sometimes people shouldn't just... Hey, Graham, are these graves down here?
No, they're just bits of logging equipment and...
They look like graves.
There's 6 of them already dug. They're well prepared, aren't they?
I didn't know you're a pacifist, actually. Probably because you kept saying, let's go join the Acorn camp.
I'm not exactly a pacifist. It's just sometimes...
He's too squeamish to do any.
Well, maybe you should go in then and talk to them. And we'll wait here and see how your pacifism goes.
Go on then. Fine.
What?
Are
He's
you
going?
just gonna walk away?
He's off.
What? Oh no.
Come back.
You want me to come back?
No, he's going to just tell him you want to buy some logs.
Aren't you
I
blind
buy a
anyway
log.
because you're looking
Let
through
me in.
clairvoyance?
Well, Graham, they haven't seen me yet, have they?
what are you doing?
I mean, not they haven't seen me yet. I mean, I haven't... Acorn isn't aware of me at all, right?
You're invisible, are you?
You are invisible, yes? You're not?
I'm not talking in the physical sense. I'm talking in the known network.
Well, metaphysical sense.
Maybe?
Because I wasn't there for the original bandit attacks. They didn't see me at the camp,
Maybe.
and yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
right.
Maybe they have a network
You-
of spies and they know exactly who you are, but...
You were there when we murdered everyone at that other camp.
Yeah, but I was hidden.
Keyword is everyone.
Yeah.
So, what are you... Can you stop moving your token and tell me what you're doing?
Sorry,
I'm going to
dude.
walk up to the gate and say I'm a traveller, I'm a bit weary, and I'm looking for somewhere to stay.
Okay, as you approach, the guards will ready their arrows upon you. They go, you hear, "Halt! Who was there?"
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm just looking for somewhere to stay for the night. This looked like the nearest town from miles away.
This is no town, traveler. Leave this place.
But I've been wandering for like days now. I'm just looking
I'm
for
afraid
some...
there's more to wandering to go. Leave now before we have to take you.
take me. Fine. I kind of need somewhere to stay.
Drop your staff!
Fuck it. I'm gonna keep walking onwards.
Past the thing. Okay, you can see the archers keep their arrows trained upon you. But just let you walk off. As if you've heeded the warning they have given you.
Yeah, they're pretty tetchy. They don't want anyone in there.
Did you try and buy some logs?
I did not try and buy some logs.
That's like, I'm here to buy wood.
Well, hang on, they haven't seen this guy yet. Send him in.
We keep sending everyone one by one with a different story.
I want to sell wood.
I want to buy wood. I want to sell wood.
To appraise this stick I've got.
I'm here to give you a pamphlet about Kellamvor.
What injustices have they performed?
Theft.
Yeah. And thuggery.
Agree.
Thuggery.
But who knows? They are but men.
Well, I do not mean to pressure you into doing something dangerous, but anyone who is stealthy, I believe, should probably walk in there invisibly and have a look around the garrison.
How long does the invisibility work?
10
Until
minutes.
someone with magic detects you.
Sorry? How
Until
long?
someone with magic detects you.
I'm able to keep somebody invisible for an hour.
An hour, okay.
Should I not require casting another spell?
Sure. And how many of us can go together? How many people can be invisible at the same time?
Right, hang on. Let me go and put invisibility on from my spell sheet so you can see what it says. Okay. This
So we
is
have-
what invisibility says. Hang on. I can cast it at level... level 2, level 3...
So at
It's
level
a-
3 you
it's
can
a
get one
cr-
more person.
Yeah.
So, and obviously you can keep going higher in levels. And can Maximus Quietus also do the same? Can you also get 2 people invisible?
No.
Okay. And how many people can you get invisible, Master Kronthod?
I can get 2 people because I can cast it at level 3, but I can't go to level 4 yet.
Okay. So I think that at least I should go with Fabien. Fabien should...
Fabian.
No, you're pronouncing your name wrong. It's Fabien.
Come.
Ah! Hang on.
I believe it's pronounced Fabian.
I think I thought we settled on Fab Ian.
He
should
wants
all-
to have you for babies.
We should all agree to pronounce it differently, every single one of us. But we could get a
Fabian.
third. I'm just not sure if it's worth it. How much time until it's sundown?
1, 2... probably a couple hours at most.
Okay, good.
Not long.
Because I'm worried they will close the gate at night, so... Shall we... And anyway, we have an hour.
I'm quite light on my feet, but I'm not trained to sneak.
Okay, then I guess just me and Fabian.
By the looks of it. And it's Fabian.
That's what I said.
Fabian.
Alia,
I think it. Yes.
can I borrow that smoking pipe we just found?
My
And-
kazoo.
Yes, what I'm thinking is I can use this as a warning sound for you to know we need help.
Of course.
I can
Might,
always make the sound that Umlaut made.
might I suggest? By the way, casting spells reveals you, I think. But might I suggest that you hold hands to not lose yourself?
Well, I'm not one to blush.
Merely a suggestion.
Yes, that's a pretty good idea. Fabien, what do you think?
No.
What did you say?
No.
What, you're not sure of your manhood enough that you can hold hands?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you know, either you find out something interesting about yourself, or everything goes fine.
Okay, being serious for a moment, I can do something crazy. I could possibly walk there, let them take me in, and possibly even make my way out.
I mean, Grunt had suggested that, but why would you do that if you can sneak in invisibly?
Because then we won't know how they treat their guests.
I mean, they're gonna treat you like shit, probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you refuse to obey and then they arrest you, they're gonna treat you like a prisoner, which is, you know.
And I might be able to sneak out of prison if need be.
I think you're gonna put yourself into more trouble than you want.
That is also true.
I mean, you know, you have this really cool ability that's making us even stealthier than we need, and we're invisible, so we're gonna get advantage on our stealth checks anyway. Let's just take my hand and let's have a walk inside.
Come with me. We'll see a world of your imagination.
I'm assuming that can't have a cape of sorts. Yes?
If I have a cape?
Yes, I will not hold your hand
Oh my.
because I don't know where that hand been.
I'm wearing gloves, my dear. I like when they resist. Very well, you can hold my cape.
Here's your kazoo.
Yes. Maybe if we are found, then I'll blow on the kazoo, and you can either try and do a diversion, or if you can manage to go in, open the way for us. That'd be great. And potentially, I might scare some people off along the way. Who knows?
We can certainly try to draw some of the guards away from you.
Good. Let's hope we don't get to this. We'll be back in an hour. And let's make sure our Pass Without a Trace is started when we turn invisible, so we have it also for the full hour.
Speaking of which, I would like to take short rest, get my key points back before casting Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Done and done?
Done and done.
There's a question for Graham.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Please don't take any longer now. Yeah, all right. What? You took the kazoo, right?
Yes.
Who has this very silly hat?
Say again?
Alia has it, but
Is
she's
she
not.
wearing it, or has she just got it?
No, she just has it.
All right, great. Cool. Fine. Crack on.
All right, then, Master Crumford, Sir Quietus, would you mind?
Yep, I'll cast it.
And make Pass Without a Trace first, of course.
So are three going invisible?
Just
Sorry?
two.
2.
Yeah, unless somebody wants to
Who
join.
is third?
So are you casting at second level or third level to do both of them?
I'm guessing
Grunta is casting at 7 level to turn 2 invisible. You are presumably casting at the lowest level, and then
So the question is, are 2 or 3 going?
2.
2.
Well, then if he casts it at 3, that's 2 people.
No.
Oh, right, you're right.
If I cast invisibility at level 3,
Mm-hmm.
it would have to be at level 3 to get 2 people done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Are you doing that, or are you casting it second to do 1? And I do 1 at second, or are you casting it third and do both?
I'm guessing.
I'll cast mine at 3, so it gets 2 people.
2. Exactly. And there's only 2 people going.
Cool.
You're right, yeah.
And
Done.
make sure. Okay, and we have passed without a trace already. Yeah. We just activated
Yeah.
it before that. Good.
Yeah.
And then we just agree, Fabian. We're gonna speak with. We're gonna whisper to each other if we have to, but otherwise we'll just do tapping on our shoulders. I don't think we need the aura really. I mean, we're just gonna be side by side the whole time. Yes, off we go. And we just point the way to each other with gestures on our shoulders or backs. Is it okay with you?
Yep.
Okay, don't squeak if I touch your back, okay? I mean with respect.
As long as you don't touch below the belt.
I would not dream of it.
If I massage your left. dot dot dot.
Only with consent. And don't worry,
You
whatever
don't have
happens in there
consent.
is between us. Alright, let's start going. And we are trying to get into some of the bigger tents just to try and look for interesting things.
We didn't pass through the gate yet.
Yeah, and also remember, if you cast any kind of magic, you will become visible again, so don't do that.
No, don't worry, I don't have my spell anymore.
Is that right?
As the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Okay.
Alright. Wish us luck.
Okay, make a signal if you need us to come and get you.
You'll probably
Yes.
hear the screams.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk all the way to the gate, but I'm assuming we're always staying next to each other, okay?
Okay. I'd like you both to roll a stealth check for me there, please, as you approach up to
So we have advantage plus 10, yeah?
the advantage because you're invisible.
Yes?
I would suggest that's okay.
So that is 31 for me.
21 from me, only 21.
Okay.
Only. How does it look? Do we notice anything from the guards?
So as you kind of wander up to the gate, Fabian makes sure that you don't step in any particularly large puddles, and you make your way stealthily and silently to the front gate. The guards are keeping a firm watch on the trees and have not seemed to have noticed you.
Okay, let's head in slowly. So which ones are the tents? The bigger tents?
The bigger tents. So you, as you walk in, you can see that there are lots of kind of 2-3 men tents all around. There's a couple of smaller buildings, these ones here, and the main fort, which is at the back.
That's the fort. Okay, that's probably what we're interested in then. We're just walking very, very slowly, and if we see people moving, like if the stroll is not moving, then we're just going to pass in front of it. If they're moving, we're going to avoid finding.
Okay. Yep. So there's a fairly clear path down. You can see these people over here are kind of focused on their dinner, and this guy's sitting there sharpening his humongous great axe. As you walk past the troll, it kind of it once again is chewing the stuff out from its toenails. And as you walk past it, kind of looks up and you see it smell the air.
I should. Yep.
And then goes back to biting its toenails.
I think pass without a trace also helps with things like that, basically.
Sure.
We're just not being able to track us.
Sure.
And I'm also keeping track of time just to make sure we're have enough time to head out before the
Okay,
spell
yeah,
ends.
I mean, you're both fairly quick and light, fleet-footed at the moment. So as you approach the fort, you can see there's another one of these large very large fellas. He's kind of sat in a little chair just outside the door of the keep, which is currently closed.
It's what kind of person? I missed that.
One of the large, very large, hardened-looking thugs. I'll show you a picture of him actually. Hold on. Monster. Looks like this fella. Rippling muscles. His 20-pack, bigger than your feet. You know, like muscles are huge.
Okay. And he's in front of the door, or
He's sat on a little chair next to the door.
and the door is open?
The door is closed.
Is that like a regular sized chair that just looks little because he sat on it, or
Could be. There is a very large, very large, great axe, kind of just resting against the side of his chair. Looks,
Okay.
behemoth in size for his behemoth in stature being.
All right. And let's look a bit around the fort. Do we see any other type of entrances, windows, other doors?
Good question. There are no other doors to the fort, and you can see that there are no windows around the base, but on the second floor of the kind of the tower that's coming up, there are a few small slits of windows, but they don't look particularly large.
Nothing we can go in through. And how high is the tower?
A couple of stories high.
Okay. Because there would be an entrance probably from the top, since there are guards there. But that means climbing. Wish we could fly.
Here's a question: Is the tower directly attached to the wall, or is it like space? Is there space in between the?
I
wood
don't know
fence
who would
and
answer that question for you.
Okay. Sorry.
Fantastic question, but I don't think you have anybody who could currently give you an answer.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Cronthud's eye was probably not in the right place to tell you that.
Although invisibility is concentration, so you wouldn't have that anymore.
That went a long time
That
ago.
is
'cause it was
correct.
10 minutes of eye-ness.
Ines.
You hear from behind you. One of the guards shouts, "Give me another sharpened stone!" And this fella, he gets up and starts wandering slowly towards you. Well, not slowly, he's fairly on his feet because he looks kind of afraid of this guy.
I'll make sure we stand out of the way, yeah.
Yeah, he sort of heads past you and heads over into here. You hear can I get you both to roll a stealth check then, as you kind of walk that way?
Sure.
I'd very much doubt either of you can.
Where's my character sheet?
Fabian.
Fabulous.
35 for him.
Maybe. You'll only have advantage if the checks are obviously on site. Otherwise,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
there are other senses.
37 for me.
Lovely job. Okay, yeah, so you carry on down, and you can see that there are quite a few kind of woodsmen who've got small axes by the side. They're all sat around there eating what looks like less food than the rest of the guys around here.
I mean, we could just wait for this guy to leave or someone to go in, and then we go in with them. A bit tricky.
I really don't know. I would rather have him leave and someone coming in or out. But it may
Suppose they
take longer than we want.
We're whispering this to our ears, of course. What's over there? They look like stairs or something.
Yep, up to the watchtower where there's some more fellas who. Okay, you're on the wrong side of the dynamic right there. But basically, in each corner of these things, there are men, watchtowers, that sort of thing.
Okay. Let's go a bit down. Just trying to see.
This guy starts coming back as you, with a sharpening stone in hand, as you dart to the side. Can I get you both to roll another stealth check for me as you... Now, in fact, actually, yeah, let's go with stealth check.
I should mention that if I see him move again, because I know he's there, I would move out of the way way earlier. But we can roll another stealth, of course. Ooh, critical hit. 38.
Okay, and yeah, he walks kind of past you and back over to there and settles back down. You walk around and you can see this is the kind of the main supply area. There's lots of large loaves of bread and wheels of cheese. There's coal for fires.
Mm-hmm. Are the watchtowers guarded as well?
Yes, all what do you mean by guarded? All the watchtowers have 2 archers at the top.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I assume that's the wall when it gets black, yeah.
Sorry?
I assume it's a wall when there's a blackness.
Sort of, except I've drawn the dynamic lighting there so you can see the watchtowers from outside. So you would be able to see these archers fellas that are stood here.
Okay, good. Alright.
At this point, an arrow flies past you, and narrowly missing you both. And then
Ooh, okay, I see.
You hear these fellas who laughing at one of the guys who's just managed to completely miss the target. And quickly, their laughter is quickly quelled. This guy shouts at them to pack up for the evening.
Okay, that may be our chance.
They quickly do so. Walk over and pick up their arrows. And one of the guys starts to walk round to get his arrow back from
Move out of the way.
it past.
We're attached to each other, right? So
Briefly going the wrong way, grabbing each other. There's a small scrabble in the dirt.
well, what happened to him? He went back to where he was. Okay. So he returned there. Are they leaving now, or? Sorry? Are you saying
I
something?
can't hear anything.
Yeah. Graham?
Yeah, it's breaking up for me as well.
Graham? Who can hear me? Hello, hello.
Hold me.
Hello? Hello?
It all went quiet. Hello.
Yeah,
Back again.
good.
Hello, everybody here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you everybody?
I am.
I am here,
Woo!
and I do not sound like a robot.
No more than normal. Lol. And then these fellas, they all
That's working.
crack on over to their tents, their respective tents. And some of them cozy up together.
What about the big guy? Is he leaving soon?
Seems sat on his chair. He's sitting there, very alert, kind of watching all the other people with a scornful look.
It's not like we have a lot of options. It's either we go in there or we leave. Unless we start going into the small tents, but that's very interesting. Is that a tent, by the way?
It's like a small shed.
And this is a tent right next to us?
It is, yeah.
I guess we could check that one in. Check that one out for a bit. As long as the entry is discreet, that it's not showing a door opening to anyone looking that way.
So the only person kind of really looking in this direction is that fella there. These guys are all kind of looking around their campfire, but this guy's just, surveying. He's not looking specifically in your direction.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to find anything in those tents anyway. It's just where people sleep. Yeah, I guess I'll just, if I can do it discreetly, I'll go check the tent inside.
Okay. So as you push the flap open, you see that inside are two men.
Okay. Then I'm
One
not
of them
going
looks up
inside.
as the door opens and goes, "Huh, what's that?"
I just quickly move away.
As the door shuts, he gets out. He comes out of the tent and looks around.
I just pull Fabien away.
He looks over to the fella sat by the door and says, "Guntrip, was that you?" And he just growls in a low voice. And this guy looks around confused. But now obviously more alert. Heightened alerting this fella particularly. And then this guy comes out behind him and says, "Why'd you look at that bird?" He says, "The door just opened. Didn't you see it?"
He could think it's wind, you know.
He could.
Is Fabien around? He's not moving anymore.
Maybe he left.
Fabien.
But he can move with you. I can move him. That's fine.
I mean, I would have really peeked inside and not opened it big. But anyway. And they were making zero sound from inside.
They were. They're just sitting around, not doing a lot.
Okay. I think that keeping an eye on the clock just to make sure we have time to get back out, we're just gonna wait for this guy there to move.
This guy?
Yeah. How high did you say the tower was?
A couple of stories, with the third one where those watchtower fellows stood.
How tall is this story?
I don't know. You live in a house, right? 3 of those.
Alright. Just trying to see how much damage it would do jumping from the top.
A story is around 10 feet.
That's not so bad.
So yeah, about
20.
30 odd feet up.
2 stories, you said, no? So 20 feet?
Yes, but the third one, you saw the windows on the second story, and the third one is where the watchtower guys are.
Okay, so 40 feet. Okay. Just gonna wait a bit more to see if the guy's gonna move or not.
Okay, this guy does not look like he's moving, and there's no movement coming in or out of the tower. After, solid 10-15 minutes or so. You haven't seen, and in fact, Kronthud did also not mention anybody coming in or out of the tower either.
But it really looks like he's guarding the door, yeah?
Sure, yeah. I mean, he sat like in a little chair right next to the door. And you haven't seen any of these guys. They kind of, none of them have walked towards the little fort, shown any real interest in going in or out. Everybody seems kind of fairly content in doing what they're doing. Most people are seemingly scared by these people.
Yep, I'm unsure what to do.
Alia,
Yeah.
Alia thinks. Oh, Graham is not listening. Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to see if moving him into another channel made any difference. But I don't think it did.
Alia thinks a thought very strongly, and perhaps Vendel can hear it, which is perhaps we should climb the tower.
I never would hear that in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know. She's thinking it very strongly.
I thought about it, but I'm not a very good climber, first of all. And there are guards above as well, so definitely not my thing.
Does the tower look climbable? I know I'm not there. I'm just, I'm Vendel's subconscious.
To the max. Does it look climbable? I mean, it's made of stone and rocks, and maybe if you were a skilled climber, you wouldn't have much problem. It looks a lot like that.
What kind of check does that require to climb this?
It would likely be an acrobatics check to climb up things.
Oh, I'm actually very good at that. Never mind. Yeah, then I would definitely try that. And I guess a monk is pretty good at acrobatics too, so...
Probably, but we will never know.
Let's give it a try. So we're gonna go here. He's coming with me.
Yeah. Assume he's doing everything you're doing.
I cannot even see the tower when I'm here, so can I just... or can you move me?
Can you not see the tower? Yeah, sure. Okay, so... oh wait, can you...
Because there's like a wall.
So before you make that decision, can't delete that wall, but you can... If I move you to there, you can see the guards, right?
Yes. Now I can.
Okay, cool.
I
You know
couldn't
the
see
guards are there. Yeah. I'm telling you there, you know that there are guards up there before you climb up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that was one of the reasons I also thought about not doing it. But potentially there's a way in if the door is open. We're gonna at least take a look.
Okay.
And how are we doing
Alright.
time-wise? We're still good?
How long have you got? An hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've only been wandering around for... Or you did wait for 15... So you've probably been half hour or so.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
so let's give it a try.
Okay. Get you both to roll... I'll do it.
Acrobatics.
Yes, please. Oh dear. I shouldn't roll for players. This never ends well.
And we'll use rope and so on just to support each other.
You're going to start tying rope and stuff.
Sorry?
Where are you going to tie this rope to?
To each other?
Is that the sort of invisible rope? How are you going to check that you've tied the knot correctly?
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's probably too complicated.
Anyone can hear me?
Yes!
You can. You're
Roll
right.
acrobatics.
If you could, that would be great. Perfect.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's even worse.
What's going? Guys, I lost like 10-15 minutes of my headset fucking up or something.
Okay,
Don't
so
think it was
you
your
and
headset, it was
so
probably
Count
Discord.
Vendel has suggested that you go and climb up the tower. And
Why would I ever do that?
Because you're
You say that.
Because you're a nimble monk.
But I don't think I'm really that stupid to even try to climb next to this guy.
Which guy?
Not having
Oh, no,
seen
no.
that roll.
No, we came from the southern area.
Okay.
And I assume going on the roof of the first part is not so hard. It's really just the tower that's the tricky bit. Yes?
Sorry, what was the question?
I assume that going on that roof part where we're now is not so hard. It's more of the tower climbing.
Yeah, I've just moved you there so you can see it. I assume you're climbing up the side of the tower. Myself in the face.
Yeah.
Reading through the spell description, even if you take damage, so if you fall, you will still be invisible.
That's good. Okay, so I assume Fabien falls.
Fabian does not fall. He continues climbing up behind you, but making quite a bit more noise than you were hoping to. As you reach the top, but don't climb over, you can see that one of the guards has walked to kind of where you're climbing up and is looking over the edge.
So we freeze.
And you hear, thought I saw something. Thought I heard something.
I'll splinter cell him and pull him over the edge.
Yeah, press X for stealth kill. Which of course nobody will notice.
You both freeze, and I'd like you both to roll a stealth check for me, please.
Okay. Nice. Come on. Okay.
Managing to channel Fabian, kind of silently helping out Vendel. He kind of looks down for a bit, and then goes, strange. Must have been the wind. And walks back to his, his post.
Is that a Skyrim phrase?
I don't know, but it certainly came in that sort of theme.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
As you peer over the top, you can see that there is in fact a trapdoor in the top of the floor.
Please say it's open.
It is currently closed.
Ah, come on. All right, Graham doesn't want us to go in.
now you're at the top of this thing. You kind of you can see that there is probably 3-4 foot of wall all around. So it comes up to kind of waist height. You look around and nobody's really paying much attention to the fort.
To the what? To the floor. To the
So
door.
the fort, yes. Everyone down below are just kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah. Thing is, I don't want to drop my invisibility.
I don't think picking the lock would drop invisibility.
No, I mean, I think that opening the door would definitely alert these two people.
Depends how squeaky it is, but it wouldn't drop our invisibility because we don't attack, we don't cast offensive spells or anything.
Sure. You want to try?
Fine, I will try the hatch. Is it
Okay.
open? Gently,
It is,
gently,
yep,
very
yep.
gingerly.
There's no lock there. I'd like you to roll a stealth check as you... in fact, actually, I'm going to do a slight hand check as you try and open this thing quietly and stealthily.
And the +10 applies here too, I assume.
It's only 2 stealth checks.
Okay. Then, well,
But
still pretty
Fabian is nimble and light on his feet. He opens the hatch with... and Canveno, you can see the hatch opens.
good. Yeah. So
The two guys don't seem to have noticed.
I will move ahead then, and then just peek inside before going in.
Okay. You can see it leads down a set of stairs, probably.
Then I will tap the leg of Fabian to tell him that I'm going down, so he knows I'm down the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have conversation about it.
And are you slipping in behind him, Fabian?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 You slip into the fort and presumably close the thing behind you.
Of course.
Yeah, gingerly.
You find yourselves. Times of trouble, Mother Mary, come to me. Here's where you find yourself. And hopefully, the rest of you can't see this. Although it's going to be a bit boring for you.
Sorry, guys.
It's cool.
You find yourselves inside a. You're going to hear the descriptions. Maybe I'll just show you. I can't really without moving your tokens in though. You find yourselves. You slip down the stairs and into a small room. As you do so, one of these hulking behemoth fellas walks through the hallway and through another door here and into another room. Vendor, you catch a brief glimpse of a large wooden desk covered in papers and whatnot, and behind it sitting a man in kind of green robes. The door closes. This guy closes the door behind it though, and you can hear from the other side of the door they're having a conversation about the daily activities.
Would definitely like to listen in, but as we're listening, we'll probably head to the other door just to take a look. But what is that star, by the way?
They're like pillars, columns in the little statues in the corner of the room. Let's go with the last one I said.
Statues?
Yes, little statues of. They're like little elaborate pillars, and on the top, a beautiful acorn.
Okay. I'm assuming Fabien is still following the cape. So there's a door here, which leads to.
There is, yes. I don't know why there's a door there. Are you opening the door or?
Listening in first, and then.
Oh, you can. The doors. Oh, you can see all the things. Dynamic.
Yeah, actually, the door's open.
Yeah. Sure. The guy left the door open. You can see it leads into like a gear room, with lots of cogs and stuff.
Okay.
You get the impression maybe it's part of a mill or something. Oh, what is this? Yeah.
Okay. And can we go in? It seems.
Yeah. It is empty. Yes, there's nobody in there at the moment.
Okay, let's go in then. Maybe I tell Fabien now. Do you want to stand watch and make a little whisper sound to let me know somebody's walking back or something? Or.
Okay.
And if I make that sound, that means you can join back. Okay. Anything of interest here in this room?
Almost definitely something.
I would like to perception.
Sorry?
No, nothing.
I don't understand. You find yourself in a room obviously used to make something. And as you walk around, you see that on the wall here are hanging sets of tools. There's different sets of saws and lots of kind of milling type equipment. All this contraption here is seemingly put together in order to help make some of that stuff.
Okay.
The rest of the room is fairly empty. It seems a fairly working room. And you can see there are a set of stairs here that lead. Are they stairs? I can't really understand this map. Yes, they are. They are not stairs. It's just another corridor that leads away out of the room.
Okay, so if there's nothing else of interest, then we'll go to that corridor.
Okay.
Oh, I see now. Still conscious of time, by the way.
That's good. Okay, so as you wander through, you find yourself in a larger room, fairly empty. Obviously, some sort of storage room. There's kind of crates and stuff around. And as you do so, you see two Azers. What? Azers? Here?
Lasers.
Azers. Walking in the room. They seem to be talking to each other, or they probably can't understand the language.
What language do you speak?
It's a fantastic question.
Lasers, is that those fire element things?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So they probably speak,
They speak Ignan.
yeah, so primordial would be the language to speak, but no, I don't understand that.
Okay, and they are heading towards the room that you are. They're kind of heading towards you as you.
Okay,
Setting the way.
did I see anything of interest before in that room?
You saw a set of stairs. That they just sort of come up and out a set of stairs over here that leads. You can see there's a couple of stairs leading downwards.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to Fabien,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, some people are coming, follow me, and we just go into that corner here.
Okay. As you do so, one of the guys walks in. You can see he's picking his nose and wipes it down. His overalls in front of him.
Okay.
Big orange booger comes out of his nose. This guy walks around to here and grabs a couple of the tools. He throws one to the other guy, and they leave the room with their new tools.
Also, I was letting you finish, but while they're doing that, I wanted to start going into the corridor again.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And obviously Fabien is following, right?
So you want me to follow or you want me to stay?
Yeah, I gave you my cloak to grab onto. It's a very nice soft velvet, by the way, the cloak. You really enjoy the touch.
It's just a cloak.
Okay. You head down the stairs. I'm just gonna.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just gonna need to move you both.
Oh, it's a different floor. I see.
Yes, you head down to the next floor. Find yourselves in a little room with a door in front, and you can hear voices coming from the door ahead, the room ahead. A very gruff, deep, rumbling voice, and as you probably poke your head around, I suppose you're invisible. Another one of these hardened thugs is talking to. Seems to be like a carpenter or someone with blacksmith with lots of stuff on. And this guy is telling him about his poor performance and how they need to be getting more stuff out. Do it quicker, better quality, all that sort of stuff.
What kind of stuff are they talking about, though?
He doesn't actually say what type of stuff, just that they need to be doing it better and quicker and faster.
Probably wood.
You don't use a furnace to make wood, though. There's a furnace, right?
Charcoal.
You are yet to see a furnace.
Alright, it seems more like metal work from the tools we've seen, right?
Yes, so far.
Maybe weapons. Okay, I'm just gonna... I guess the only way is down. How are we doing with time?
So this is taking you another 10 minutes or so, so you're eating a good 45 minutes into your invisibility so far.
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna have to start heading back, actually.
Yeah, we need to bolt it.
Yeah, okay, so let's head back, but let's be careful of the Azers when we're heading back.
Okay, and you're going back out through the trapdoor?
Aye, that's the best way we know so far, so...
Okay, so you work your way back up through the thing. Fabian,
Ooh.
I'd like you to roll another slight hand check as you open the trapdoor.
Nice.
Beautifully done. Sneaky, you both sneak out back behind the guards who are seemingly still surveying. Now in conversation about this guy's hearing, he says, "I'm sure I heard something, man, but it's not the first time. Being up here all day, all night, drives a man crazy." And the other guy's like, "Yeah, man, you need to take more rests. I got a vacation booked next week."
And the answer is, can I come with you?
You both climb back down.
And they hold hands.
I'd like you both to roll an acrobatics check as you do so again.
And just a question, but that guy in the office was still there. The green-robed fellow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, acrobatics.
That definitely looked like an office of someone in charge. Somebody
Yeah.
with. There were many letters and things sprawled around his desk. He was wearing very nice-looking acorn. You could only see a cloak as you passed the door.
I did not see my own seal.
You're not sure you got close enough.
Yeah, sure.
Quick enough. You both expertly make your way back down the doodah.
Yeah. And then
Start
we,
working your way back out.
yeah, exactly. You know, just we avoid the troll as much as possible.
Okay. As you do so now, you can see the sun is slowly starting to set, and as you make your way out, as you slip out, you hear this guy say, "Get the door closed. It's time to go. Time to close up for the night."
Nick of time.
As you slip through, one of the grunts closes the large oaken doors behind you. With a
All right, let's head back to the others. And as we do, I go very, very close to Grave and say, and whisper to his ear, "Hello."
Hello.
How do you get this off? Invisibility.
I dispel the invisibility.
Better. I prefer being material.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Sort of.
I found some things, but no answers, unfortunately. Yeah.
Did you see anything that would suggest that they're not just lumberjacks?
Most certainly. They're definitely working on things in there. It seems to be an old mill. We went inside the fort tower.
I got the feeling that they are more of a drilling company than actually milling company.
I'm no expert in clockwork. Maybe if we describe the tools that we've seen, one of you could make a deduction.
I'm not an expert myself, but I got the feeling that they are drilling.
And we've
I
seen
might be wrong, of course, but
we've seen azers in there, which is very unusual to find.
Is that the fire things we met before? In the mountain?
I may be mistaken.
I've never been.
I may be mistaken, but I believe they are not a common race. And from what I've read, they were in the mountain. Perhaps there is a tunnel connecting the two systems.
It is a bit far, though.
That'd be a very long tunnel.
Yeah.
But it's the same as the creatures that I met in the mountains.
If you describe them, I can tell you. Or
Kind of fiery, dwarfy type things.
Absolutely. They're pretty short, fiery beards.
That's the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem a bit out of place here, really.
Yes, same as
Odd.
that troll. And Master Cronford, you are a smart one, I assume. If I describe these tools we've seen, could you perhaps make a deduction? You are muted or asleep. Or both. Master Cronford.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I missed your first call out. Say again?
Since you're the smart one, maybe if I describe those tools and gears we've seen, you could make a deduction as to what
Yeah,
they're for.
go for it.
And I described what I've seen.
All three of you roll an insight check. Contact went on Fabian.
Not investigation? It's more of an intelligence-based thing.
Oh, wait, Graham,
I mean,
stop.
you found-
I haven't seen the roll, okay? I'm going to use my 19 stored from Portent.
Okay. I think it's more trying to understand because you've seen the things.
Yeah, investigations to make deductions and so on, but that's fine. That's why I asked Kronthot, because I thought it's intelligence-based, but...
Insight is more of a gut-based.
Yeah.
Gut-based, you said?
Okay.
Gut.
Investigation
Like, you
checks
know,
all around then.
And instinct.
On bud.
My Roll20 is super slow, so it's not clicking much.
Okay, so Kronthad, you they described to you intricate sets of clamps and vices and saws, twisted pieces of metal, large hammers. You get the distinct impression that these are forging tools made for forging metal or diamonds and jewelers. It would depend on the size and dexterity of these tools, especially going hand in hand with Azers, who, being a gnome, you would be fairly familiar with. Do you have the impression that there's more going on in this tower than you would think?
Maybe weapons?
Is it weapons or torture tools?
Both.
From the size of the tools, we'd be able to tell at least the size of the things that they're forging, yeah?
They seem to have a lot of trolls available.
So you saw fairly large tools that were hanging up on this thing.
Okay, so they're forging big things. So it could be war weapons, or it could be something different altogether. I'm just not sure what we can do about it because it's too well protected here.
Man, if only there was a way of getting rid of wood. If only it was something like flammable or...
I mean,
Removing
if our mage could cast fireballs, maybe, but otherwise we'll have to soak this wood in oil, and I'm not sure if they have enough oil in their storage pile.
removing the wall will not remove the soldiers.
That is true.
Perhaps we should talk to the Azers in the mountain. Perhaps they know what happened to their brethren.
That's a good idea. If we could find them.
Who knows? Perhaps they are slaves.
Should we head there? I'd be up for it.
I think
Yeah.
that would be wise.
Graham's typing frantically. Where's that map? Where's that map?
From what I've heard, the tunnel was blocked, however.
Oh yes, I seem to remember now a journal entry from Locke's journal now. Oh, he actually even wrote me a letter about this. Well, we could try. I mean, it's only a couple of days. It's only the other side of the map.
So we're sure there's no way in here that's not going to get us killed then?
I have a sense that perhaps there's more underground from this. We never heard any kind of, Graham, we never heard any sound of forging or loud.
Yes, no, sorry, you probably would have. And when you went down to the bottom room, you probably would have just about made out the sound of tools and things coming from this doorway here. The doorway behind where the last fellow you saw was.
So it seems like it's from the ground floor.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if it keeps going deeper underground.
Maybe.
Also, you said this looked like it used to be a mill?
You were seeing those sorts of things, yeah, in terms of, yeah, like those gears were obviously attached to something. There was a large pole that went down through the floor.
Okay. Do I get a sense that it's been repurposed, this place?
Yeah, maybe. I think a lot of the places in the Dragonfields look like people have kind of come to them rather than built them. The rest of this little encampment definitely looks like it's been kind of built around this fort.
Okay. Perhaps because they've repurposed it, there's another entry point underground that would be useful, but there's really no way of knowing unless we stumble upon it.
Or we just go around patrolling this place and hope to find it. But as Count said, it's gonna take a while.
And it's probably hidden if it exists, so I wouldn't really count on finding it just randomly. If we found some kind of old blueprint of something, maybe then, but...
Blueprint? Who are you, 21st century?
Well, architects, you know, they do make
It's
plans.
in this time and age, it's called a beige print.
Yes, a beige print. A mason's design work. Anyway, but maybe the mountain is a better chance if we manage to meet some Azers. Wait, can anyone speak with those? Before we head all the way to the other side of the map and realize we can't communicate with them.
I think I can understand language.
You have comprehend language?
Believe so.
Good.
What
And
language
then
do they speak?
One of them.
one of
Elemental,
the
probably.
elemental language, so if you speak primordial, then you're fine. What were you saying, Fabien?
Nothing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
is the general idea that you are leaving and having this conversation whilst you walk somewhere?
Yes.
Would that be fair to say?
that-
Yes, I think so. I don't.
Okay.
It looks a bit well defended for us just to walk in there and expect.
On a side note, I would like to see what they are afraid of to have this kind of wall and this kind of level of protection.
There's definitely valuable things there that they're forging, and they want to keep it a secret, that's for sure.
Yes, but I wonder what is stalking here at night. So, Master Count, if we could have one of your magic bubbles here, so we could watch what passes through here at night.
Only problem is we don't see anything from outside.
Now you can see from the people can't see you from outside, but can see from inside.
Well, Master Concept can definitely see inside with his special eye, I suppose.
So are you leaving or are you staying?
It's not a bad idea to try and find out what's happening. Now,
Yeah.
clairvoyance, how does that work? Could you actually see inside the fort?
I think as long as you've been there, you can see into it.
But wasn't he? Are we still talking about the hut? Putting the hut up to see what comes past. Because you can see through the wall of the hut, can't you?
Yeah, that's my idea.
Okay. So would you be able to, but just as a side note, would you be able to do clairvoyance inside the fort if we described it or something like this?
I think it has to be a place you know, doesn't it?
Basically, it needs to be a 1 mile range of where I currently stand. It needs to be either somewhere you know or somewhere that you can infer is quite close to you, and you can go from there. If you give me a sec, I'll go and actually paste it into the window.
So if say the location was well enough described with range and angle
no.
from
It's a
here.
point in range or a location familiar to me.
Point in range and direction of this, of
Or an
course.
obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. So behind a door, at the top of a ledge, just basically knowing where something is.
So with our description, you should be able to do that. Actually,
I mean, what would
Probably.
what would the DM ruling on that be?
I think that the intention of the unfamiliar bit is like if you're stood on one side of the door and you say I'm going to put it on the other side of the door, you know exactly where you're going to put it. Whereas if you just try and put it in a random building, you could put it in the wall or be anywhere inside someone.
This is exactly why we have.
but he has seen the whole thing overhead.
That's true.
We could also Fabien, you have a minor illusion, right?
Yeah.
So you could do an illusion that shows what you've seen.
Yeah, I could give him a blueprint of. Sorry, that's a word. That's not a word.
Base print.
A
Base
sketch of the layout as we went through from down.
Call it what it is. It's a hologram.
Hey, we are not 30th century.
Sounds like a good combination of magic to achieve what we're trying to achieve. So, Graham, would that work? The idea being that we want to point towards the office of the Lord or whoever it was with the green robes. So he can clairvoy there.
Maybe. It does sound cool. I like the idea.
Me too.
I mean, I'm quite happy to roll and see where it takes us.
I think if you were to generate a fairly good illusion of what you saw, Quanthard could probably get a good feeling for where he needs to cast pass. Put his
I mean,
thingamabob.
it's only a minor illusion, so I'm going to make it as detailed as the spell.
What's minor illusion let you do?
Not much.
You can basically have a small 5-foot cube illusion.
You create the image of an object. I think now, if you have one, would be a perfect time for an inspiration roll.
Aziska had 4 when he died, sorry, 3 when he died.
But they carry on. The player has the inspiration, right?
Yeah, I think you've said that in past.
I
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember saying that.
I've been keeping mine personally.
I feel like it's the player that gains the inspiration, not the character.
Sure. Well, Alp was certainly under that impression, so let's assume that that's the case.
Fine, then I will use my that inspiration to actually help me with the roll.
Okay. So roll a. I want you to roll a.
Performance. Give him the hat.
No, I think this is going to be a straight up intelligence roll. Straight up. Straight up.
Not bad.
Channeling all the skills. Perfect. Okay, so Fabian creates this beautiful illusion and gives Quanthard a fairly good idea of where to place the sensor inside the fort itself.
So I should have a go then.
I think that would be a good idea. Okay, so you create you pull out what kind of sensor are you placing?
Well, I asked the people in the party, what would we want to do? Would we want to hear or would we want to see?
I think both can be quite valuable. If you can
Yes, but I can do one of them.
Sure. If you can see, then you could just try and look at the stuff on the desk. There was a lot of papers and letters and things like this, and you can try and read those. And obviously listening in on the person would also be very useful. Maybe listen first.
We get one attempt at this because that's how many slots I've got left, and then we get another attempt or 2 in the morning. Okay.
Let's do listen because we know he's there.
Okay, Graham, I listen.
I would go for sight.
Because what I was thinking is the sight we can do any time, but we know he's there right now.
Yes, but we know he's there, but we knew he was there a couple of minutes ago, but we don't know if he's there now, and we don't even know if he's talking, because if he's not talking, there's...
If he's alone, then he's unlikely to say anything.
Sure.
So should sight be a better option then?
By the way, I mentioned, Graham, that we were listening in while we were starting to look into the other room because they were talking. Did I hear anything?
Yes. What I told you at the time, which was they were talking about the day's activities and about you didn't stick around for too long, so you didn't hear too much. But they were seemingly talking about what the men had been up to and processing in and out, that sort of thing.
So no mention that could give us a hint of what they're doing. Okay. All right, sight then. Just try and read as much paperwork as you can.
Okay, I do sight. What do I see, Graham?
You create your clairvoyance sensor in the middle of the room, fortunately managing to make it exactly in the office that you were aiming for. You can see a pretty good sight. There is a huge hulking thug sitting there with feet on the desk. No, his feet's not on the desk. He's sitting there talking to a slim figure clad in green. I can probably show you a picture because that would
Talking
be
is the keyword.
worth 1,000 words.
Man, if only we'd picked sound.
And if the two of you had cast invisibility at level 2, then you could cast it again.
You see this fella sat at the table.
See, he looks like a perfectly reasonable, nice, upstanding young man.
Sure, very trustworthy.
He's got a green robe over what looks like a fairly tatty and beaten up set of chainmail armor. He's sat at his desk.
Sorry. A part of the spell, as your action, you can switch the sense.
That's fantastic. Graham, I switched the sense.
Okay. You switch the sense, and you can hear them talking about the milling activities of the day. They are conversing about the amount. In fact, they've stopped talking about that because that was fucking ages ago. They have. They seem to be talking about money and gold. The guy in charge is telling the Hulk to pay the men slightly more for what they've been doing, to keep them on their toes and to keep them happy.
What have they been doing?
They talk about upping the wage by a silver piece a day, and the Hulk kind of laughs and says that it would be too much, but the guy behind the chair in the green says no, that would be fine. I think it's only Kronthud that can hear this, right? None of the rest of you can.
Correct. But I'm basically saying it out loud as they're saying it.
Fine, but that's important. You hear the rustling as one of them stands up and walks around the room. They took the the conversation turns to that of Azers and fire, and the thug says, starts saying, telling about how they seem to have it all under control, and the work is progressing nicely. The device, they use the word the device because they're super awkward people. The device is coming along at a fair pace, but needs more wood to fuel the fires. He's going to get the best men out on it first thing tomorrow morning and start cutting down the trees to the east. The Hulk says that he's been told that the trees to the east near the desert are drier and burn much better, and the Azers are happier with the wood that they get from that area. You hear the other guy agrees and says, very well, continue on the best. It is important that we get this weapon built correctly and as fast as we can, for we do not know when we will need it. The dragons have been causing a nuisance, and there is agreement between the two men, and they talk a little, briefly, about the dragon to the south. To the south? Yeah. And about how being prepared is still their highest priority. Even that over dealing with this syndicate nonsense that has come up recently. And you hear the rustling of papers. And the Lord reminds the Hulk that if they do turn up, that they must be brought to him immediately, without harm. And then they both laugh and say, at least to start with. We have our orders. We must keep with them. Now go. Walk out the door. Don't turn around now. You're not wanted anymore. And the room, the Hulk stands up and says, very well, and you hear him leave, and the room goes quiet once again.
Switch to sight.
The scratching of pen on paper is to be heard.
Switch to sight.
I switched to sight.
That's just asked for. That's
10
you're
minutes.
probably reaching up a lot of your time now. But as your sensor starts to fade away, you can see that the Lord has reached out and has reached towards a pen and starts writing words on a scroll of parchment. You see that the handwriting is exactly the same as that has been coming in the letters recently. And as he reaches out for his stamp, you see a small glimmer on the side of his shoulder. Brief glimmer of mithril in his armor.
Oh, I knew it. That's my armor. Bastard.
And then the sensor fades to black, and you can no longer see into the room.
I knew it.
I'll no longer feel guilt about killing them.
Good, we finally found what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's in there.
So he was very much lying, and we can safely assume that they were semi-evil.
Yes, I have no problem killing them anymore.
Excellent.
Charge! I'm kidding.
Oh, please don't do that now.
No, I think you'll be going in with one person short if we do that now.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we'll be going road jam.
So I think we need to go back home and regroup and restart another session to go back and raid the shit out of them.
Yes.
I mean, we could spend the last 20-30 minutes of this session staying in the trees overnight and then seeing what they're actually gathering the wood for tomorrow. What's your take on that?
Well, we could definitely...
Graham.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, you said the last 30 minutes of the session, so Graham is just going to describe for 30 minutes what happens.
Well, no.
We could say that we're spending the rest of the night, and what will be interesting to find out if we stay here longer is What kind of people do they let in?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Next time, we just lie in wait for them to come out, mug a couple of them, and steal their clothes, and then we can go in disguise.
Yeah, the 3-foot me and the 8-foot you, and I think we'll blend right in.
Well, you know.
You're just going to wrap them around the sleeve of your demon armor.
Yeah, nobody will notice. Well, maybe not me. Then.
Hang on, Graven.
Some of the others, and then I can just be a prisoner.
I have to ask. Even if you get your armor back, how will you put it on?
I won't put it on. I'll just keep it. It's my armor. It'll go on a little mannequin in my room.
Sentimental.
Yeah. I will get my armor back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we
Hide
can,
and dream overnight? What's going on?
if we could just keep watching to see if they let anyone in. But I mean, I don't mean that. Let's just keep playing. Let's just say that we spend another day observing and see if we spot any type of people coming in, so that we know.
Okay.
These are the type of people we.
Sure. Okay, so you create the bubble and spend the next day or so watching from afar. You see overnight that they light large torches all around, which gives a solid 30, 40 foot, lights up the immediate area right to the trees. And there are watchmen that stay posted all night. They cycle every few hours, 4 hours or so, but there is always constant vigilance. You don't see any threats or anything approach the encampment, apart from a few small animals every now and then. You hear a few other noises in the forest that you're in overnight. Screeches of horrific creatures, the kind that you've fought before, but nothing comes towards the encampment. As the next day comes, there's lots more business. The gates open once again, and carts start to leave early in the morning, with guards and labourers attached to them. There's 3 or 4 different sets of carts leave, all empty and with laden with tools and labourers. The day goes by, and every now and then one of the carts comes back laden with freshly cut trees, timber, and logs. 3 different types. And unloads inside the encampment and leaves again. They do a couple of trips a day, and there seems to be lots of wood coming in into the encampment itself, but nothing leaving. You see large smokestacks pour out of the keep every now and then.
When they come in, are they being checked? Do they need to show paperwork, or they just let in?
They're pretty much just let in. They obviously fit the Acorn look. They've got the labourers are all wearing Acorn gear, and as well as the guards. And there's no super secret password or anything that you can tell. Just it's they obviously seem to know each other quite well. You've seen now pretty much. You've all seen the same people coming and going. There doesn't seem to be new people every day.
Okay, that's another potential way in.
Yeah.
It seems to be the same people, emphasis on the same.
Yeah.
So we would have to kidnap and disguise ourselves as those people, probably.
Or hide in their cargo.
Look the same. I mean, we could possibly hide under the wagon as it comes in, but really that doesn't really work for.
And it doesn't really help us because then you're under cart. What do you do from there?
Yeah, I mean, if we can throw a fireball or two at the gate, that will take care of a couple of guards. Get them in the house and flee, and we can just snip in and out a couple of people each.
There's always a question of what do you do once you're inside, because in combat in there is suicide. But anyway, we can talk about this.
That's another time.
some of the time, but yeah. At least we know there's some options in terms of going in. We could go commando. And if we can get the leader, maybe they'll give up. Or not.
I mean, you know, if,
Probably not.
I don't think they will stop doing what they're doing. They will be just changing the man.
Potentially. Alright, let's head back to Flamescore, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Beware of clowns.
I think that's probably going to go fairly. No, it's not. It's a shit journey back, and you get attacked by cobras. Oh, wrong map. Those are badgers.
Those look like wolves.
Maybe it was that one. I definitely set this up a second ago. Which map did I put that on? Maybe it was that one. Where are the fucking cobras?
I see them.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I
I
see
can see
cobras.
cobras.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, did I put you on the right map? Oh, winning! There we go. Look at that. Giant cobras come slithering out, and slither, and attack. That's
Oh
what
no!
before we finish.
We're doomed.
They are horrific looking iron cobras, with iron streaks down their back.
Cool. Would we have had a long rest overnight?
Totally.
Cool.
You've just spent a couple of days just like chilling out and relaxing and stuff.
Fab.
Cocktail drinks and so on. So, initiative,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, please. Do we still have everyone, or is anyone falling asleep?
Doop, 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 doop,
Oh my god, so many tokens.
doop, doop.
Hey, Maximus is still here. Perfect. I was a little worried you just left. But now is your time to shine, Maximus Quietus. Time to shine indeed. Who are we missing? Anyone? No one? Everyone rolled? Perfect. Let's give these fellas some turns.
Graham,
Hello!
can you reset the thing?
Can I recheck the thing?
Reset.
Reset? Reset what?
Sort it out.
I have a 23 initiative.
It says 23.
No, he wants them in
I know.
order of initiative.
The order, yeah.
Oh, I haven't even set it yet.
Oh, right.
We're in order.
It was. It looked like it was in order. 21, 18, 17.
21, yeah. And then 23, 21, 13. God. Give me a second to press the button. Not everyone's on it yet.
Do it faster, Gaiman.
It was the snaky snakes. The snaky snakes. There you are. Are you happy now? You're at the top. You see the snaky snakes. What are you going to do about it?
Skip my turn. No. Yeah, I rage.
That's probably a good plan for a barbarian. Ah!
Are you critiquing? I'm too drunk at this point. Are you critiquing my past choices?
Just do it. Just do it quicker. Beat the shit out of these things. You can do it.
Relentless attack.
You're not gonna die. Relentless. Oh my. Maybe you are.
So that's a 20
20. Why?
and a 19. Because it's relentless.
You mean reckless?
Sweet.
That's the one.
Both of them hitting.
Is it dead yet?
How many points of damage is that?
A lot. 30, no, 42.
It is not dead, but it looks very hurt.
Oh, dang. Okay.
You doing anything else?
That's my turn. No, I'm done.
Okay, then Maximus Quietus, you get a turn. Do something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to target this one here,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast.
So much choice, so little time.
I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Don't know if that hits.
15 does hit.
Okay. For 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna move.
No, that's your spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's why I've
And-
put all the
sorry.
dots on it. I find
Okay.
it. It's alright.
And I'm going to then also. That was my bonus action. Eldritch Blaster Bastard.
Solid plan.
Yeah. Knew it.
For 12 points of damage.
Why do I not see that?
I don't see it
That's
either,
gone.
but it's probably slow. It's gonna come.
Which one did you? Which one? The one on the left.
This one here.
Has my roll 20 completely died? I see nothing. I see no rolls. I see no clicks. I see nothing.
Oh, mine's just saying the connection to server has been interrupted.
Oh.
But it did
Left,
come
middle,
up.
or right?
The middle one.
Ah, the same one that you
Same
did
one,
recently.
yeah.
For 12 points of damage. Perfect. You want
I'm
to do
gonna
anything else?
move back. I don't know if it's going to show, but just below Cronthod. I'll move
Okay.
myself when I.
Super. All right, Graven the Great, Graven the Miracle.
Okay, I go charging across the field to this guy here. Drawing my greatsword,
Okay,
I whisper the name Rage Spike as it bursts into flames.
pretty.
By the time I get to here, I'm ready to swing it. And that is number one.
That's a hitter.
For 23 points of damage. That's
Okay.
12 slashing, 11 fire. And I swing it again. 16, does that hit?
16 does hit.
For 21 points.
Okay.
No, 19, sorry. 19 points of
Okay.
damage.
Not quite managing to kill it yet.
And that's me done, I think.
Okay, at which point the thing lashes out at you and attempts to bite down upon you. Yeah, that's what it does. Wait, one S20 is not a die. Probably not hitting you.
No.
So +5. Nope, that doesn't hit you. And the other one slithers over
Can I
towards...
repost that one?
Sure.
Cool. So that is... And I guess 9 doesn't hit,
That
does it?
hasn't managed to hit, no.
No, okay.
Crit fail. The other two slither around the Alayala. I don't know how to say her name, and both attempt to bite down upon you. Is this at? These are advantage. These are at advantage. But is there anything
Yeah.
else from your reckless thing?
No, I get resistance to everything.
Okay. The first one managing to miss you, but the second one biting down upon you. And does. That much piercing damage, and I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
The 7, is it already resisted or not yet?
That's the rolled damage. I don't know what resistances you guys have. Feel free to take off whatever you have.
Sweet.
Or is it 3?
Is that you just rolling normal 16?
Yes.
Cool.
Probably.
Maybe. Let me know if your answer changes. Vendel, you're up.
Yeah, I will come here and attack the thingy
Okay.
with my thingy.
Hey, this is our first conga line of death. Love it.
It's 25, which I assume hits. And that is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will hit again with the other end.
Is your scimitar, is it a magical weapon?
A what weapon?
Is your scimitar a magical weapon?
It is not.
It is not.
Oh, actually it is. It is. Wait.
It says the word revenant. I don't know what that means.
Let me double check just to be sure.
Where did you get your magical scimitar from?
From my clan. It comes with your race, kind of. Let's see. It doesn't say actually. I'm gonna say no.
Having a magical weapon as a thing, that seems a bit OP. But
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's not magical. It's not.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it doesn't seem to damage the snake as much as you were expecting, but does do damage. Both of those hit.
Okay,
and,
so we'll do the second
21.
damage. So it's another 13.
So that's that. Minus. Okay, not quite managing to kill the snake as it slithers and writhes.
And I walk back here.
Okay, and then Fabian.
Looks like Fabian will have to finish the job, right? Because count is... well, count.
Solid plan.
So I'm gonna jump here and punch the snake.
Solid punch. This is your first punch as a monk.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't think I know. I don't think I. Okay, it's late. I don't care. Good shot. That hits. What is? And is your fist a magical weapon? Presumably not.
Hold on.
They are at some point, but I don't know when.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think it's at level 6, so not yet.
Punching the snake and seemingly injuring it, even though it should be immune to all of this damage. Good job. Good job.
Okay, then second one is going to be with a dagger.
Okay. That's a hit or two.
At 6.
Slicing into it. And that is a magical weapon, so killing the snake. For it stands.
And then I'm going to jump here, and that's where I'm going to stay.
Okay, okie dokie. And then Cronthard.
I'm going to go and cast invisibility on myself, just because I do not wish to be snaked.
Solid plan.
And then I'm going to move a little bit, just to make sure that they can't follow me.
Okay. Alright, then
Hello. I'm gonna hit thing
solid plan.
recklessly.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm reckless.
Not fair.
On my
Where's
screen,
Cobb?
I can never see your true attacks
No.
without scrolling.
Smashing your axe into the snake, you pull out its brains attached to the end of your warhammer thing. Great axe.
Was that the first attack?
No, second one.
Alright, that's my turn.
Cool. Then Maximus Quietus.
He's going to move. Here. And going to cast Eldritch Blast against this one.
Solid hit. Smashing into the snake with the first blast, taking it out and killing it. You dispatch the snakes with ease. No problem for heroic adventurers such as yourselves and the Tide DM who forgot how the snakes work. So good job. Good, solid hits. Cool. The rest of the trip back to Flamescar is uneventful and easy, and you did a good job. And you find yourselves back at Flamescar with much more intelligence. Oh, you remembered to pick up Umlaut on the way back and put the bag of bits in the ground. Filling up the last...
Oh my god, this...
Wait, I'm sure there was one less. Oh yeah, there is. Filling up the last graveyard spot with Umlaut's dead remains. Oh no, there's two more hiding under the trees. Yes, thanks for pointing that out. Oh, and two more. Who will be the next two? Having learned quite a bit more about the Acorn faction now, you know where you stand. You've all learned, you've grown by 1,604 XP each.
Say again, because you cut off.
1,604 XP of growth.
1,604. Nice.
Does that mean under level 5?
Yes.
Ah,
I think it's level 5. I I haven't updated the wiki, but let's check. Doop 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 doop. He's 10. Does he still play this game? I think he does. 5. He's 5. Alia Flamescar is 5. You're 5. You're 5. You're 5. You are 5. Cronford is 6. You're 4. You're 5. You're 4. You're 6. Equals average. The average level is currently 5. So yes, if you are less than the average level, then you get double XP. So no one gets double XP. But good job. Good job, guys. That was a very different session to normal.
We learned a lot.
Mhm.
I hope that they would be, well, actually, half decent people. But yeah, I would prefer.
Yes, at least we know that diplomacy is not an option, although I could probably continue the pretense with a few more letters.
Yeah, just carry on the act.
I mean, I think we need to go kick their ass.
Yes, it's just not an easy thing to do. So if we want to do this, can't do it head on. But
No.
we'll need to think about it.
I would vote for chipping their numbers, hitting their operations, and leaving first trail like.
We could hit
Don't
their
know that it's not.
their wood milling area where they're cutting the trees. If we were to start a fire there or something, that would potentially mobilize them there. It would be a pretty good distraction.
I think perhaps take out the guards of the chopping parties, but not the workers themselves, because I don't think they're necessarily involved in whatever is going on there.
Completely agree. Yes. No, I mean really as a distraction. If we the wood is what they need to finish what they want to finish. So if we start a fire there, they would need to quickly stop it.
I think they'd probably just go to another area.
But a fire spreads, so if they don't do anything about it, the entire forest is going to burn down, right? So
They might send a party. Yeah, you're right.
if the fire is big enough, or if we pretend we're attacking, or we make them think that their lumberjacks are being attacked.
I'm sure Ren will be ecstatic about that idea.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm sure our resident druid will be so happy that he makes you, I don't know, something for a discounted price, and you just burn his precious tree.
Well, guys, it's a shame that this is the final session of the Dragon Tale. It's been fun playing with you all. There's no scheduled in, so
I'll be spamming things once I know what timetables are.
I want to organize one, but Ren doesn't go dig into under that tree, so I'm still waiting for him to do that.
I will fix something up.
Alrighty.
yeah. Have a
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers for the game.
Thanks very much, Graham.
What does my dinosaur do?
Oh yeah. I'll tell you. If I'll just voice chat you in a minute. And
Alright.
It whispers in your sleep.
Going to eat your soul.
Oh, Graham's gone.
Right, later,
gone.
takers.
Bye, everyone.